I normally forget to do. I did them early, so it looks like you've hit it well.
Woo!
How many people watch this stream now, Harrison?
It depends on a week to week. Sometimes about 5, sometimes about 15.
Nice.
More than you ever had.
False.
It's only just me and yours doing the chat for 20 men.
No, it's just a stream of people spending their points.
Yeah, there was a lot.
No.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, no one talking, just spamming me.
You occasionally have someone who would come in and talk like a lot to the point where you weren't getting much art done, and then they just leave.
Yeah. It was always random people as well, like, hey guys,
Yeah.
like somebody you'd never met before. Can I ask you about this idea I've got? I'm like, sure. And then they'd speak for like an hour. I'm like,
Let me link you to the home brewery. It's like no. I'm busy drawing. What's the balance of this encounter? I think I'm drawing a fucking chapel. Fuck off. So, Lindsay,
Hi.
would you like to tell us what happened last time? Because you're getting very good at it.
I'm not sure I'm as good at it from last week. So we arrived. Well, we got to the place where the little boy was from, or where all the villagers were, and we sat and had a chat with those guys for a while. And what did they call the Amber Temple? The
Amber Tempe.
They did call it the Ambi Tempe. Yeah.
The Dream something or other.
Dream
right?
Hall.
Yeah, Dream Hall. I'm assuming that's the same place, but it takes the same length of time for us to get there. So we're kind of guessing that that's the same place.
Well, we don't know. We don't know how long it takes us to get to the Amber Temple.
Did we not think it was about 2 weeks?
Where, sorry?
From
The Amber Tempe.
Did we not think it was about 2 weeks from now?
Nobody's ever told us.
Just guesstimating.
No, you are correct, Cora. You asked them, and they said it takes about 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we don't know whether it's
Temple, and
we don't know whether it's the Amber Temple or not.
Oh.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
We presume it is.
Yeah, we'll guess it's the same place. So they've got some peeps that are over there right now, but that's what they're doing. And there's also this whole chat about who's now going to be the leader of their group. And then Halvor decided to get in a bit of a fist fight with one of them and ended up knocking one of them out. But then I don't really know why, because at the end of the day, they're not going to have him as their leader. So it was just basically to show that he was a big, strong man. Yes, Halvor, well done.
I didn't start it.
Oh, come on.
But he finished it.
Oh, God. Dear God. Anyway, Halvor had a fist fight with a dude, and he won. Well done, Halvor. And then we basically continued to chat for a little bit, and then went into a room and decided that we're not going to really get involved with the fact that they're trying to choose a new leader. And that's where we finished, wasn't it?
Well, no, there was a whole thing about us deciding we're going to go and kill a dagger dog today.
Oh, yeah, the dagger dog! I completely forgot about the dagger dog. The dagger dog.
So, we decided that we were going to try and kill the dagger dog in place of killing the rock to appease the unrest soul of Sir Eric von Liechtenstein.
Which I was very much happier about, because I didn't want to kill the rock. So, yeah all is well. We're going to go kill the dagger dog, which has been plaguing these people. The dagger dog.
Never gonna get old. No, never.
I've had to rebalance the whole fight, and that'll be a musical number.
That'll be awesome.
This is it. This is like when you have a TV show. This is the music episode, the musical one.
See
the one that everyone hates. Oh, I love that one though. That was awesome.
Excellent. Thank you for that gripping and detailed account, Lindsay. I award you inspiration.
Yes!
It does nothing.
I give you anti-inspiration, but
that is nothing different to how I normally play.
So, we pick up. I don't have the lights on full blast. There we go.
No one's... You're mine, not your own. Ugh, nothing worse than eating jelly beans and you go, oh yeah, Coca-Cola one. Oh, another one. Ah, coffee!
Yeah, don't eat jelly beans. They're just not right.
Alas.
The only nice jelly beans are the ones...
Earwax.
Yeah, earwax. But so true. So true. The only good jelly beans are the ones that don't really taste of anything and just like sugar. All of them just sugar.
So beans.
Kidney beans.
Yeah.
Oh, I bloody love kidney beans. They make a chili.
Mm.
Well, apparently not. Apparently a chili is not a chili if it's got kidney beans in it, as Halva will tell you.
Where's your character sheet? I am taking that inspiration.
No! Every time I make a chili, I get told that. Alex is like, no, it's not.
Yeah, but Alex is weird. Alex strikes me as someone who would have like diced carrot in their spag bowl.
Oh, we have every vegetable in our spag bowl. You name it's in there. There is honestly more vegetables by about 10 times than there is meat in our spag bowls.
Well,
that's
there
me.
we go. Yeah.
Don't knock it. You tried it.
Oh, the chili we had at yours. That was good chili. That
90% mince.
Yeah. That was good.
No, it was 90% kidney beans. That's how you made this guy happy.
The bowl of kidney beans. Oh. We made sweet music that night. Turn the hot tub on. Oh.
Quarter to 8 and it's already descended into this.
That's great, isn't it?
So what?
I feel like we get there quicker every week.
Yep.
Are you on the wine tonight, Hitchin?
Nah. I'm on jelly beans.
Have you been fermenting your jelly beans?
Yeah.
Did I go? The jelly beans.
Right then, DM. I'm ready.
You think you are. And, in fact, you are. So, yes, morning comes around and you find yourselves waking up in your little room. I'm trying to think, you lowered the brazier to an ember, didn't you, before you slept?
I mean, it only lasts for an hour. Or until no, I don't have to concentrate. So it would last for an hour because it was a prestidigitation.
Yeah. So you wake up. It is quite cold. With nothing lit in here. And obviously no sort of sun or dawn warming the long hall. If you haven't already, apply a long rest to yourselves, please.
I think we all did it at the end of the session.
Can Bartandalis and Halvor make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Probably not.
Stop it.
I'm so more constituted than Halvor.
Bartandalis. This being the second time you have made this roll, you never specified, and it's very, very cold. So I've taken it without you saying that you haven't been taking your gloves off in the outdoors at any point. So I have it that you did not touch the Heartstone with your bare skin. However, you have made several excellent Constitution saving throws, and what little bit of that disease that you didn't know was lingering on the periphery waiting to set in never really takes any sort of grip or effect on you.
Oh.
You shrug it off. There are subsequent number of days of checks that need making on that one. And I presumed, it being cold, you probably weren't digging your hands around in the Arctic snow. But yeah, you have shaken it off. Halvor, you have also... Oh no, yours is something different. Never mind, Halvor. So, what's everyone doing now they are awake?
I will throw some logs into the brazier and use thaumaturgy to ignite fire.
Yeah.
And then I will put out my own light.
Cora's kind of hoping there might be something a little bit more substantial for breakfast than the usual rations that they've been eating.
If she says anything, throw some wolf flanks or haunches or whatever on there. I'm sure we've still got some wolf meat.
Oh! Yeah, or dog. Dog will do.
Fresh wolf meat.
No, Snuggle!
Yeah, alright. I'll start loading some straight onto the brazier. Just kind of like really fresh beef.
Your canned noises are nothing compared to my real life noises. Such is the dedication to the cause of D&D.
I mean, she's changed, man.
She has. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So weird. Do you remember when, like, Lindsay, you were acting like you weren't even going to keep playing D&D because Foundry was just too much, man. Foundry was just
like
too weird.
New things.
And now you're correcting Bartandalis on what's happened in sessions.
I know.
When not long ago you were like, how do I fire and attack guys? And we're like, come on, Lindsay, you should know. And you're like, it's only been 18 months. I'm still learning. I've only done it 100 times. And now...
What can I say? It suddenly clicked.
You're the player.
Foundry turns out it's pretty good.
You're the player we knew you could always be.
Well,
yeah.
I say we always knew. There's a while that we doubted it.
I was starting to wonder if it was like the longest prank by you and Halvor. Let's see how long they'll put up with it. No, it's very good. I am very, very happy with it. You're close to being more useful than your partner.
Yeah, I mean, if I understood what Foundry even was properly, I'd probably already be there. But
yeah, if you could jeopardize your job to learn it, that would be great.
No.
Just imagine like someone say, "Please do CPR on my hamster." You're like, "No, I'm just reading about this."
However, I can tell you how to do such and such an attack on this monster. Totally can.
Do you know what? I bet having to see it at your end so much with Halvor fiddling and doodling with Foundry. I bet you know how to use Foundry better than I do now.
No, I don't, because there's a door to the office and I close it.
Wow. I mean, this is the bigger change, that she now plays D&D on her own without Halvor telling her what to do. This is what you needed.
No. When we're playing D&D, he is sat immediately next to me.
All right.
But when he's playing Foundry on his own, when we're not playing, then no.
On his Pox little Foundry.
I'm playing Foundry, Lindsay. Leave me alone.
With you being a vet, do you feel like you would get more engaged with this if I constantly threw in sort of like sponsorships from Hill's dog food?
No, because the only reason I like sponsorship from Hill's dog food is because they give me stuff.
Okay.
If you gave me a free pen from Hill's, fair enough.
Okay.
But so, I won't lie, I do enjoy it more when there's animals in it. I'm like, oh, like a wolf.
Or what you enjoy D&D more when we put more animals in?
I think genuinely, my interest has peaked since I've got the ability to conjure animals.
Do you know what? There is definitely a correlation.
Yeah. Spider!
Okay.
Say animals, not that spider.
So you put some... I'm totally taken out of this session. It's very lacking in immersion was here.
Oh.
It is someone being tongue-in-cheek. It's fucking better be. So, what, you take some of the wolf launches...
Fortunately, we don't play for you. We play to promote the Mad Cartographer.
We play to win.
I can't remember how to prepare my spells.
So do you say you're taking some wolf haunches out of the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Cora's hungry.
And what, putting them over this little fire here to sizzle?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll start salivating.
Wow, talk about player agency.
Well, you've not spoken for about 2 minutes, so come on.
I was thinking you were being quite quiet.
Well, you know,
you were feeding
two people.
When I start talking, he can't get a word in edgeways. That's basically what he's trying to say. He's right.
So your breakfast being consumed, or your fast being broken, you instructed Caspin to remain here, haven't you, for the day's adventures?
Yeah.
He wasn't happy about that, though, was he?
Tough.
I'll keep him over it. He goes back to bed. Just tucks himself back in front of you all. Esmeralda sort of chows down and is reading through her own modest compared to yours Barthandelus spell book, and is just sort of expectantly looking between you as she chews, waiting to hear who's going to speak up and say what the plan is.
So anyone got any ideas as to how we're going to go about finding the dagger dog, let alone attacking it? The dagger dog.
I think our best bet is to make our way the way we were going to go, towards the Amber Temple, if we can, and try and lure it out on the way. I mean, it hunts in these areas, so maybe we can lure it out without diverging from our intended path. We don't want to delay too long in finding your friends.
Well, I'm all for trying to find my friends a little bit quicker, but didn't they say that they're lured out by magic? So perhaps we can make sure that we're conjuring spells as we go and be quite loud about it rather than trying to be secretive. Maybe, Barty, have you got any obvious magical objects in your bag of holding that we could keep on us to try and draw him out?
I mean, I got a whole bunch of stuff, and we're pretty much carrying a bunch of magic weapons and items anyway, so...
True. Perhaps we could even lay a trap for him then. Maybe we could find a clearing or something and put some magical items in the center of it.
Yeah, quite possible. I mean, I kind of summon Bamf Angelo and kind of like look him over and I'm like, my only concern is I don't know what happens when this thing gets magic items. Did they say that it did they say it consumed them or something?
It was not specified.
Something was said though along those lines.
It's drawn to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we ask them if we're not entirely sure?
Well, we can. I don't think they'll necessarily know though.
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't directly ask them whether or not they consumed them, and they said no. It was that we hadn't directly asked the question. Eh?
Yeah, he told you about don't be using magic items while you're here, and limit your use of magic because it draws it. It's just like a beacon to it.
Well, from that point of view, then Angelo seems like the obvious option because he can be told to dodge away as soon as it gets here and fly straight up.
I'm just concerned that if it gets him, if it does consume magic, what it could potentially do to him.
But he's the only magical object we've got that we can make sure will try and escape.
You mean other than Norris?
Does Norris count as magic?
He does.
Does
Sir Eric count as magic?
No.
It's what, sorry?
Sir Eric doesn't count as magic.
No. But yeah, although Norris looks like an owl, he's magic. Fae, I think.
I also have the ability to conjure many magical creatures. So if
you
felt that Angelo was particularly something we wanted to conserve, then I have other ways to conjure magical creatures.
Yeah, I think just in case, at least until we could see just exactly what it does.
I have that. Is it a ring? No, it's a statue that I bought. It was ridiculously expensive, but I really wanted to be able to conjure more magical animals that I can turn into whatever magical creature I want, and it'll obey me, and at the end of it, it'll actually go away rather than turning into something that will try and kill us, which is nice.
Well, seems like we've got quite a selection there.
Oh, many magical
You're just basically going to make the equivalent of the "I just can't wait to be king" video, like in the middle of some snowy plateau with you all on like the snowy knoll with guns.
Yeah.
That suddenly gets so much more dark when you add in the guns.
Oh, I just can't wait till my dad's dead.
Oh. Well, to be fair, if we know that he's in the immediate vicinity and I conjure 8 of my animals that will then attack the dagger dog with us, that's probably not a bad idea.
All right. I think. I mean, it's a plan.
So we walk on in relative safety until we find an area that we would feel as a clearing that we could hide in.
Yeah.
And then put the magic in the center and hope for the best.
As you're sort of looking around and this it was breakfast, you will have noticed pretty much a pile of wood chips and like flakes and shavings under Sir Eric's feet, and it would seem that he has spent pretty much the entire night just carving fletching arrows in preparation for the hunt ahead.
Speaking of which, Cora, we should remember to try and get you some more arrows.
Oh, yeah, well done, thank you.
He extends a wrapped bundle over to her.
Containing 500 arrows.
1 arrow. He's got a full quiver.
Go and fill this with some arrows for me. You are running low. I noticed. Use these.
How many does he give me?
Another 20.
Oh, nice! Thanks, Sir Eric. Can I add them on?
She was like, no one's ever said thank you. I am at peace.
No! Although, if he was at peace, I don't know if we'd bother to kill the dagger dog, would we? We'd just leave the other guys to it.
Wow.
Well... He's done nothing to us.
Thanks a lot.
You know, if Sir Eric was happy, we're happy.
Turns out all he wants is for someone to say, thanks, Sir Eric, you're the best. And he's like, ugh.
Oh, that makes me really sad for him.
I just realised as well, I can also cast my unseen servant as a ritual.
Ooh, and it's unseen, so how is it going to catch you?
I think it will sense magic, so I think it would be able to be sensed, but it still exists.
Sorry, having to untangle my headset. That's better.
And the range on it is 60 feet as well, and it will last an hour. So I think it's kind of like a summon thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can cast my spikes, and then it'll get caught in the spikes when it gets towards it. So many options.
They're all going to fall apart. I say we just go, because plans never work out how we intend them to, so...
First step, find a clearing. Go.
Yeah, well, they said it was up the mountain, yeah? So it's towards the way of the Dream Hall anyway, I believe,
yes.
Yeah? Okay. So we're heading in that direction, which I didn't initially realise it was en route, because I don't know whether I'd have necessarily said about Caspian staying behind, because it would mean us backtracking then by the time to come back here.
We'll bring it on then.
Your call.
Remind me why they've got people in the Dream Hall. I didn't really understand that.
They just go on like a pilgrimage type thing with the elf guy takes the young children to have their dreams, I guess.
You literally did not ask why. You knew that they were there. No one asked why. The other thing that amused me, nobody asked what this place is called.
Dream Hall?
No, where you are now.
No.
This settlement, no one's asked. I suppose when there's the whole language barrier issue, you probably think about the questions that are extremely quest pertinent, time sensitive.
Are we still there, or have we gone?
No, we're still in this room.
You're
Okay,
in
good.
this room. Hello, what is this place called?
What do they do in the dream hall?
That was something that I didn't understand, and I would have genuinely asked that. So I don't know if it's unreasonable to still ask that question.
Because it would mean me having to cast a level 3 spell.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I might just ask it in Druidic and see if anyone responds.
Cora's like, what is this place called? My son's socks are red. So, okay, what are you doing about Caspin? Halvor is speaking with animals.
Caspin is not an animal.
These people could be counted as animals.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. These people.
See, I'm not the racist.
No, Bartenders is.
What's in the Caspin? I feel like this is I feel like he should stay here until we come back from the Amber Temple. I think taking him there is dangerous, especially now that I know that something from there is trying to talk to him. I didn't want to leave him in Barovia because of Strahd stuff. I feel more confident that Strahd won't reach him or won't come to him up here. Could be completely wrong. There's no reason he wouldn't. But if these people... What do you mean, these people?
Are you telling
Not-
yourself off now?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna leave him here.
Okay. So you're not, sorry, from a word of that, so you're not intending to come back here between Daggerdog and Ambi Tempi?
Nah. If we're on the way, we're on the way.
I suppose it depends how far away it is. If it's like a week away and we get there and kill it, then we have to spend a week coming back to pick up Caspin, and then another 2 weeks to go back the other way. That's just a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, screw that.
I thought it was kind of like in a different direction, not just keep going. You know, you're going to come to everything one at a time as you pass it on the way up this mountain.
But at the same time, if 3 hours out we hit a dagger dog and then we're in pieces after fighting it, we are coming back here and resting.
Exactly that. Yeah. I mean, I suppose we could come back to let everybody know that we've killed it.
Can't we just send a message?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me, D&D in it.
And they'll cast Send Caspin in return.
Actually, that's the point. The thing is, if I do sending, literally nobody can speak to Caspin. Caspin can't speak to anybody. So even sending a message, I don't know.
If you changed, what is it, tongues that you cast, and then sent a message, then would that work?
No.
The
spell grants creatures you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says. I don't think that would work with...
No.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they have to hear it.
Well, Caspin's pretty good these days. Can't he try and do tongues now?
Sorry, I'm sure he's like an 8th level cleric now.
He seemed to get a lot of skills very quickly.
Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, shit in a fight, he'll die. So I think leaving him here is probably a better idea from that point of view. We'd have to keep saving him all the time.
Between the Dagger Dog and everything that's going to happen in the Amber Temple, Caspin is probably just going to die. So I feel like now that we've seen how easily he's died, and he's died like 3 times on this first leg alone, we're not even at the hard bit.
We're not. Shit.
Oh no. Still got what?
A goat.
Oh, fuck no. The goat is not in my campaign.
Okay. So
Leave him here. He might learn the language.
Exactly.
Immersion is good. Helps you learn languages, right?
Yeah.
So Caspen's like, been around the world, don't speak the language, but you don't need explaining.
How far?
I think we leave him with instructions of learning the language. Learn the language, Caspen. You're doing something useful.
What about if I leave him Strahd's tomb and let him work on deciphering it?
Danger. What if Strahd finds him?
I mean, if Strahd finds him, then Strahd's found him anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah, but we can defend it where it is.
Yeah, but the reality is that we never have the time to read this book. It takes 8 hours to read the damn thing.
So tell him to stay up and get exhausted for like 12 nights.
Well, no, the thing is, it's not adventuring. It can be his homeschooling.
So he could literally be sitting there.
Every morning, he logs onto Seesaw.
I could, at the end of the night, just do a sending spell with him, saying, tell me, paraphrase it in 20 words. Yeah. Give me the synopsis.
That could work. That could be a thing.
Either that, or when we get back, he can say like, "Hey, this is what I've learned." I feel like if he learns something about the Amber Temple that's in this book, and we only find out after we've been to the Amber Temple, that would suck.
Or we get back to him and find out the day before he got killed, and he can't tell us anything from the book. Then we'd be gutted.
You come back, like, how'd you get on the book? And he's like, just, I can see forever.
Alva, what do you think? You're not weighing in. What's going on?
Yeah, he's busy playing for
I think both of our upcoming events, Dagger Dog and Amber Temple, are time Aspen would die. So I definitely think we should leave him here. And it sounds like a pretty good idea to me to have him do some deciphering. I mean, is it a risk? Yes, but I think if Strahd really wanted it, he could probably take it from us anyway.
That's true.
Do we let the rest of the group outside know about the fact that we're leaving this valuable object here?
No.
But then they won't know to try and help and defend Caspen should something happen.
If something happens, he's going to die.
No, but I mean the others, like if they see Ludmilla or someone else coming to try and take it for Strahd, then they'll know that there's something there that's important for them to defend.
Or they'll just give it to them because they probably don't understand the politics of Barovia.
Do they not know very much about Strahd?
Not really.
Okay.
I think the reality is if we leave the book with Caspen, he's either going to lose it or not. He's either going to be dead when we come back and disappeared with the book, or not. Or he's going to uncover something, unlock something, and then come looking for us on his own with the book.
Yeah, we should tell him not to do that.
Well, who knows? Who knows with this kid? I really, really, really wish I had... It's the only time I've ever felt I wish I had the trick tubes, because he could have been decoding it and sending us stuff every day.
Is there any other way other than message that we've got to send messages between us?
I don't think ravens reach this far, so we can't use the ruby feather. Sending only just 25 words, which I could absolutely burn them at the end of a day if he's decoding. I think. Keep in mind, he has to actually roll as well, so...
Well, I mean, we could say, is there anything about the Amber Temple? If there's anything about the Amber Temple, send it to us, and then every day just send us a yes or a no.
No, but I have to do the sending to him.
Yeah, so we can do sending to him and find out at the end of the day. And then if he says yes or no, then if he says yes, then we'll do like 20 at a time, 20 words at a time to try and get out what the yes was. But if he says no, then we've not wasted 20 words,
Well, I'd sooner not use the spell once for him to say yes, and then I have to send it again. I'd sooner just tell me.
Yes, then he can tell you.
Have you found anything about the Amber Temple? Yes. God damn it! And then I can send the spell again. Well, tell me then. Okay, but I get.
Okay, sorry.
Having to have a conversation with him.
The reply is just, well.
You won't believe this. You're never going to believe what I have read in this book.
Do you want to know what's in the Amber Temple? Number 5 will amaze you.
When you do message, if you message to him and then he messages back, is that 2 uses?
No, it's just one, so they can reply. So when are you sending, they can reply once with it.
To that message.
You can reply to this message. DM, is there anything I'm seriously overlooking that this couldn't work with him having the thing? I'm not fully tuned to it that I can never untune to it, right? It's just an item like anything else.
Yeah. He can absolutely. It's not magical in nature. It's ciphers and stuff. I imagine we would flavour it that, you know, you're not leaving him entirely stumped. I imagine you'd be either leaving him with or pointing out your notes of how the decoding has worked so far. So yeah, he will just treat it as you or Halvor do at the end of each 8-hour period. I don't see why he'd burn it day and night, but yeah, his daytimes, I imagine he will spend investigating, and yeah, you check in with him as and when, providing they are happy for him to remain here.
And do you know what? That has just made me realise. Is the book not one of my attuned items?
It is.
Then it has absolutely not been being accounted for as my attuned items.
Oh shit! No, sorry, no. I think it might have it in there, but we said, isn't it, that we weren't, because it has no.
Okay.
It has no use, and Halvor was helping you with it.
Okay.
Which would kind of suggest, but like,
did we just overlook?
You both have to attune. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right then. So
well, it could have been that you spent an hour attuning and then 8 hours reading. So.
Oh Jesus.
I will hand it over to. I will approach Caspian and I will take the Tomb of Strahd out. He's not has he seen it? I don't feel like I've decoded anything from it whilst he's been around.
No, I don't think you have.
Oh my god, I just realised I've got a baby in my holdall still. I
forgot about that.
I have still got the baby, haven't I?
I haven't. Yeah, you have.
I totally forgot I had him.
Do we need to feed it?
No,
you did.
Now we have a baby corpse in the bag of holding. We're rot though.
I will hand him the book, and this is a valuable item. This is Tomb of Strahd, written by his own hand. We've been trying to decode it, but it's proven challenging and long. I know that by my advice, you've chosen to stay here, but in doing so, you put yourself at risk being among strangers. And so, it is not that you have no part to play. It is not that you are having the easier path. But while you are here, you can do something that I cannot do whilst on the road, and I have not found the time as much as I've needed to. And that is to decode the words that are in this book, that are as important now as they have ever been. There may be clues about the Ember Temple, clues that I would have hoped to have uncovered before this point. If I leave this in your charge, can you do what you can to try and uncover some of the mysteries from it? Try and keep us informed and better armed before we head up to the temple.
I can. How am I to keep you informed?
I will contact you as I did previously with the spell. We won't be able to speak much on it, so if there's anything from the book that you've learned that you feel is the most important, then lead with that. At the end of every reply, if you feel that I need to contact you again, make sure that your final word is more, and I will contact you again so that you can send us the rest of the message.
Very well. So you now will not return here before going on to the temple. That is not what you said last night.
It was with some confusion in the direction that we were heading. Thought that the dagger dog was closer. That we would be a journey there for us to deal with it, and then we could come back. But I fear now that it may be further in our journey than expected. But I still do not think it is any less dangerous for you to go to it. I am not your keeper, Caspian. I cannot make you stay. If you wish it, then you can come with us. But just know that the information in this book is vital.
I will remain here as instructed then, but the less I contribute, the more I wonder why I did not just remain in Vallaki.
You are further from Strahd's reach up here. I would not leave you here if I thought that he could get you. That was my concern about you staying in Vallaki. That there were too many people, too many agents of Strahd that would return you to him. That is why I brought you this far, but I feel that here among these people, you're as safe as anywhere else in Barovia. Considerably safer than the rest of the leg that we have to make. You are not useless. As I've said, this book could hold all the information that we need.
Then I will do my best and uncover its secrets. Will they allow me to remain here? Did you ask this last night?
I did not, but I will. I do not think it would be a problem, considering that we are trying to go and kill the dagger dog. Do. But I fear now that I'm probably going to have to burn spell slots, cast tongues to let them know.
And then everyone back to bed.
Well, I'm not too bothered about spending now if it's if the dagger dog isn't within a day's reach, so that's not a problem.
I think we should maybe start calling him He Who Must Not Be Named.
I agree. And I will take out my parchment. I'll take out my.
So before you do, I have transferred the tome from your inventory to Caspian's.
Cool. I will give him my. I'll take the parchment out of my scroll case, and I will give him the ornamentic quill.
The what?
The quill that automatically writes for itself.
Oh, I thought you said the onomancy quill. I was like,
That's
That's
what, it's the orator's quill, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I did call it onomantic quill.
It's like, you are blending your magic items, sir. You don't get to just combine them into one slot.
Well, I mean, it's hard to remember because it's been that long since we leveled up, so I couldn't remember what my...
It has been not as long as you thought, I was looking into that only today.
Only today we leveled up? Wow, that does seem...
No.
You were close. So I'll give him the orator's. This should help you somewhat. It'll write down notes at your command. You have to do it yourself. I know how long it can be, how difficult it can be to write when you've not done it for a while. Can't write.
He nods and accepts it and sort of looks around for a table, for a sort of chair or stool that will drag over to the bench and just puts the tome and quill down on there for now.
I'll keep it with you as much as you can.
He goes back and puts it in his... takes it over and puts it in a satchel he had next to the bed. And puts the satchel over his shoulder.
I trust these people, but there may be those that would be all too interested to find out what this was. But they seem like good people. They've opened their doors to us. They've helped us. And I say this while we're all eating. Well then.
Snow and thunder. Bad mix.
Thunder snow.
Yeah, so we should probably go and speak to... Do you know, should we go? I think we should go out and gauge whether people are talking about the reckoning or whatever it is that they call. What did they call it, guys? Can we remember?
The reckoning?
Alting.
The alting.
Remember what the alting was?
Whether
That's the competition for the new chief.
So are you going to start speaking in your...
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, just to let them
Cool.
know. I think he's staying here.
In that case, can we ask them why the hell there's people at the dream place?
Sure.
What are they doing? P.S. Where are we?
So we will head out, DM.
Mm-hmm.
And I will start by casting Tongues. I have no available third level spell slot. No,
Have you not actually applied the rest to yourself?
Yeah, I did it before. Interesting.
Did you though?
Well, if you check the chat log, I did.
0 first level spells, 0 third level spells, 0 third level spell. You have no. Let me apply a rest to you.
Oh, let me do it. I'll let it. Rest.
I remember me and Lindsay doing it, but not you doing it.
No, I did do it, but I've still done it, and it's still not changed everything.
Oh dear.
Let me try and put it on you and see what happens.
You're kind of spellcaster that doesn't recover spells.
Ooh, let me check something.
A short rest hasn't done it either. How strange.
Found you, everybody.
Just manually type over them. Who just BRB'd? So Lindsay is the one who opens the door and then immediately leaves to not be accountable for the consequences.
Sounds about right.
Well, as Cora opened the door, she would have been immediately met with about 10 foot away, walking over Ungriff, carrying a wide slab of wood, on top of which is a meal for you all.
Oh. Is it cheese and meats?
No, it's meat and meat, pretty much. And a tiny, tiny bit of hard tack. Sort of, it's the inverse of your usual rations. It's mostly meat with a tiny bit of carb. And as like the door opens, you sort of, just as you're noticing what he's carrying, he obviously sort of smells like the cooked meat coming from inside and just kind of like slows to a halt. That's an unfortunate icon for that spell.
Good morning.
Hello.
A pleasant surprise. We did not want to presume to eat any of your supplies, if indeed that was meant for us.
You are our guests, and you ought to be doing work for us. It seemed only fair that you receive some food and shelter.
That is most kind. Are there people among your people that go hungry, or does everybody get their fair share? Nobody's done without for us to eat this splendid meal you've provided, have they?
No, you are welcome, but if we could not feed our own, you would not have been permitted to pass through the waterfall.
That is good. I'm happy to take it with us. It'll keep, and we've got a long journey. It would serve us much better than the food that we have on the road generally.
He gives a good-natured shrug and holds the plate out on the board.
And I will go forward and take the plate and collapse under it.
Get the fuck out of the way, Cora. You're not even here. Bam.
Wow.
Oh, you're back, are
Oh, she's back. Okay,
well, you open the door, Cora, and then as soon as I'm going to describe what was on the other side, you're like, back in a bit.
Well, I was on the other side and I was on my own, so I came back,
Well, he comes bursting in holding this tray. Just someone take this fucking tray.
I will take it from him.
Excellent.
And eat it all.
My companion here, and I gesture to Casper, would he be okay staying here until we return?
Does your leader vouch for him? Sort of looks to Halvor.
I repeat. I'm repeating everything that's been said.
Nod.
Then he may. If you do not return, he can either stay here, or we will escort him to the Jade Flame.
That would be.
But if he stays, he works. And his eyes sort of go to Casper and say, does he understand that much?
He has important work for us to do as well. This is not something that he would be here resting, and I would gladly leave food and fuel so that you do not have to use your own. I don't think he would mind pitching in a little work here and there, but the task that we have for him will take up much of his day.
And what would that be? Sort of looking like sort of confused around the room.
He is, as I am, a man of words. He is writing to uncover the secrets of.
The tasks and chores of slender arms is of little interest or concern to me. That is fine. He may stay if Silk Whisper vouches for him.
And I tried to cover up the name Silk Whisper. But Halvor, I'd say Halvor doesn't know he's actually called him Silk Whisper, does he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he won't do. I don't think I told him. I just laughed about it. And I smile slightly. And say to Halvor.
Yeah, in the midst of a conversation, Halvor, you just see like his eyes fix on you, and he gives a big hearty laugh and a clap on the shoulder while he's talking to Bart.
I just look at Bart like,
I just shrug. He wants your approval that Casper can stay here, and he's going to work on book. We need to leave some rations and fuel, perhaps, if he's not gathering his own.
Sounds fair.
And obviously, Casper's here while I'm saying it, so I'm looking to him to make sure he's not going to go.
I am a prince. Bring me food or wine. Yeah, he's just nodding along.
Okay. How far away did you say the hall was? 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks, yes.
Okay. We'll make sure we leave him enough rations to see him through that time.
We won't see him starve, obviously. If not. And if you don't return, then as I say, we will either give him safe passage to the end of the mountain, or we will accept him if he works.
I will let him make that decision at the time. Both seem perfectly acceptable. Thank you.
Maybe this would be a good time to also ask them what they're
What is
doing.
it your people are doing at the Dream Hall?
Anyone who wishes to become a hunter or a warrior or eligible for the old thing one day must go to the Dream Hall and spend 4 days resisting the whispers of that place, mastering the visions shown, and then, when they return, they're eligible. They are true members of the clan.
Do many not return?
Many. An elder or an established member of the clan often goes with to guide the young ones to the Dream Hall and to sit, not to intervene, but just to preside. Volkos has gone this time with Bal, Melkarna, and Tisaln. 3 is a large number. They should be fine.
What threats do they typically face up there, other than whispers?
Doubts of themselves. The Dream Hall invades the mind, offers whispers, tricks. We don't go beyond the great doors, for there is naught but darkness inside.
There's nobody that lives there now?
None live.
Loaded question.
Oh, no.
Loaded answer.
Is there any way we can work out whether or not this is really the Amber Temple? Perhaps ask him to describe it?
I will. Check.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. I missed one. Four have gone with Volkos, sorry. Logos has also gone.
But it's so nondescript, we forgot.
Otherwise, you'd have got up there and been like, well, this fucking person wasn't spelt out. He's a mimic.
I can create a non-magical trinket or an illusory image that can fit in your hand and last until the end of your next turn. So I'll hold my hand up and kind of like do an illusion of a small version of the glowing brick, the amber brick that we found. The temple disappears. Is it made of brick like that? The Dream Hall.
He shakes his head.
Oh.
It's not, the dream hall is not but stone and ice. What is that? Glass?
Amber. Perhaps.
Looks a bit nonplussed.
We'll see. There are no other structures up on the mountain, though, I imagine.
There is the dark door. That is beside the dream hall, with the great hooded men of stone who stare out. But we do not enter that place either, for the darkness is all within it. We enter the dream hall, we intrude not beyond the great doors. We fulfill our visions, and then we leave.
And your people stayed there for 3 days. I imagine that they will not long left this place then.
Indeed, they will not be there yet, I imagine. They will be arriving any time now.
It has come to our attention, and as there are not many settlements, perhaps it has no name, but what do you call this village of yours? Strahdville.
Valaki 2, Mountain Boogaloo. This is Yedrag.
Does that come across as anything with the translation?
No.
Yedrag. An unusual name. Does it mean anything? Named after anyone?
It was said to be the clan name of our forebear. For now we are named. For who we are now named. So we take it to honor him.
And I nod. Well, the lair of the Dagger Dog. How many days until we are close to its lair? Whilst we know it roams everywhere from down the pass all the way up to the Dream Hall.
We don't know exactly. We don't know the exact location of the lair, or we would have tried to have buried it beneath rubble and ice. But it is more active 3 or 4 days up the mountain. When you hear its cry, we can still tell when it is of a distance away. My fucking Welsh is all over the place today. Like fucking crazy. I have to keep muting my mic and going, Norman! And re-immersing myself.
Norman Price!
Using Ponty Panty to root myself.
What's occurring?
Love a bit of Norman Price. Wait, no, didn't say that.
Fucking hate that child. Every fire in that fucking town.
It's caused by him. I know he's a right pyro.
And he's Sam's illegitimate child anyway. The only other ginger in Ponty Panty. He's trying to get his dad's attention all the time.
Wow. That sounds like some online conspiracy stuff that you've been reading.
That's a revelation to me.
You said that the creature is attracted to magical items. Do you have many magical items yourself?
No.
You've got the greatest potion vendor machine known in the land.
Magic does us no good other than what Kryal would use. And even then, he only used that sparingly. We rely on our wits and our tools. Magic does us no good except Draw the dagger dog. Do. Ever closer.
Do you know what it does once it gets the magic items? What it does with them?
I've never seen it happen, but I've heard that it carries them off to its lair. To do what with, I could not say. But it takes them. Carries them off.
It doesn't seem stronger next time, does it?
It's impossible to tell. It's always been too strong.
Yeah.
And you have no idea where this lair is?
I think maybe you need to do some comprehend languages. I just said no.
Yeah, but then he's saying he's taking it off to the lair. How do you know that that's the case if you don't know where the lair is?
It carries them off and we never see them again.
Might go
It might
selling
go
them.
bury them.
Just goes and throws them off the mountain. He fucking hates magic. Fuck off. Stick all these bastards bringing magic up here. I'd fucking kill him if they bring it again. Okay.
I'm a fucking Mormon.
Is there anything else you feel that we need to know? Or anything else you could do to better prepare us for our journey?
I'm fucking Strahd. You're fed, you're watered, you say you have your own supplies, and the lad will be allowed to remain here. Travel well, I suppose.
Thank you.
Don't be surprised if it takes some convincing for the ones at the Dream Hall to believe you're even real, thinking about it. You look strange enough, and they won't be expecting anybody up there. They will think you are visions at first.
Thank you. That is useful information.
And don't go venturing beyond the great door. It would be a shame to not see you again. I'm looking forward to a rematch with Silk Whisper.
And I smile at Halvor.
Gives you a friendly shove on the shoulder, Halvor.
Doesn't move.
Doesn't move an inch. I'm like a statue.
Sunk into the ground, though.
Just all the floorboards just crunch underneath him. Right then. I guess we... Has anybody got anything they want to do in the town? I don't imagine they've got much in the way of supplies that we need. I think we're well catered for. We'd probably need to take like a month's worth of rations out of our stores for Caspian.
Yes, I will remove 30 rations.
You had hundreds there, right?
Yeah.
I've also got my goodberry charm, should we need it.
We've been hunting wolves as well. We got a load of wolf meat.
Yeah.
And Eric had already hunted some wolves when we met him, so I think we're
I mean, technically as well, if you get
Eric's
really
ones have been
stuck.
added on. I'm going to... So I've removed... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there we are. I removed 30 rations for what Caspian's going to use. I'm going to add another 15 on for the most recent wolves. So you are currently...
Could I get like 100 chickens that I'll suddenly conjure that to work for us will then just go and kill themselves? And then
yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're good. Eating Faye.
I mean, I can make a table for the side effects of eating Faye, absolutely. You start shitting and burping bubbles.
Wild magic surges.
You currently have 115.
Okay. So that's not enough.
It's not a huge amount, but it's. I mean,
It's not enough for us getting there and back.
Yeah, but we do have good berry and wolf meat in addition, right? Or is that included?
The wolf meat is now accounted for. Goodberry is not.
Okay.
How much meat have we got here today off this dude?
A meal for today, so another ration each.
Stingy bastard.
He thought he was bringing you breakfast in bed, not a fucking big shop.
To be fair, like, a ration is like one meal that you spread out over the day. So he was bringing us a meal for a single meal, so that was nice of him. but we could make it stretch as a ration. Okay, cool. So that's an extra ration. Well, is that an extra 1, 2,
6.
6. Okay, it's an extra 6 rations.
Because Eric don't eat.
Okay.
So I will add a further 6 onto that then. 121 rations.
121. So that's 121 between now 5 of us, 4 of us? There's just the 4 of us, aren't there?
Yeah.
Divided by 4, so that's 30. So we've got 30 days worth of rations. We've literally got enough to get there and back. And then we've got Goodberry. And anything else we might hunt along the way. Nice tasty dagger dog. And all the magic swords we can eat.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay. Okay. Are we off then, guys?
Yeah, I think we've asked everything that we need to, right? So we know that up at the place they're being spoken to by little scary voices, and if they get through that, there could be soldiers for them. And yeah, I think we've covered everything, right?
I'm sure there's something we've forgotten. Well, that'll be
Probably
fine.
is.
Be fine.
Off we go.
Yeah, we're gonna head on out, DM. And I will look to Aspen, nod to him, say, "Be well. Then to watch over."
I will. I will get to work.
Cora shouts over her shoulder, trying to get yourself killed this time.
She still hasn't learned. She cackles on her way out. And then I'll kind of pat him on the shoulder. Head on out. And as we're heading out, speaking, Sarah, I hope we made the right choice leaving him.
I don't think we had another choice.
Yeah. Hopefully we can find some use from the book finally.
Ez goes over and pats him on the shoulder before filing out as well.
Why are these doors never within my reach?
Because you're not within 5 feet of them.
I am! Literally every door in this place is not within my reach.
Yeah, I can go through.
Well, that's not fair.
You got little arms.
So
T-Rex,
this is
basically.
covered. Damn.
So, yeah, stepping out into the
Yeah.
outside into Yedrag. And the snow is coming down heavy. Where are you all? Halvor, are you still inside?
Oh, is everyone bailed? I don't know where the door is.
To the north.
Come to me, Halvor.
Yeah. As like kind of like leaving the warmth of the room and then to the hall and outside, like pull my winter clothes around me a little bit tighter and cast nothing.
What? No!
Just want to see your reaction.
Instantly, the hall disappears behind us with Casper and God damn it!
It just goes up like the house out of was it Amityville? Yes, you are in Yedrag. You are able to leave back through the frozen waterfall, which is still guarded by a different two today, who you don't know, but they seem to be unsurprised by your presence and just nod you through. And yeah, you are back outside, unless there was anything else that you decided between leaving and now that you wanted to do on the way.
So we ended up back on the other side of the mountain because we came through like a tunnel in a mountain, didn't we?
Yeah.
You did, yeah. So you are pretty much, where are we? You would find yourself at those ruins again.
Oh, yeah. That was on this side of the mountain, though, wasn't it?
Well, after going through the waterfall, let's get rid of the people who aren't here anymore. Just loading for Cora and Halvor still. Don't know why Bartandalis loaded so quickly. He's normally the last.
I'm there.
I can still see all the map again.
Yeah, weird. Don't know what it is. It's fine. It's not a problem.
No.
So we went through some caves or tunnels, and then we found these ruins, and then we found the waterfall. So this is this side of the waterfall, but we've not gone back through the caves.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So are we aware where the location is from here that we're supposed to be heading? So because he kind of led us through those caves.
Yeah, he led you off the path into the caves. So there is still a clear path up the mountain you can be taken. So yeah, you would have gone through here, and then you'd have gone through the little tunnel, and you would find yourself at a point where your directions are, let's call it left to keep going back up the mountain, or right to go back into the copse of trees where you had the hush until Bartandalis shouts combat. So I will presume you're wanting to go left and continue your ascent up the mountain.
Yes.
Excellent. Who is going to lead the day's navigation?
I don't want to keep saying me if someone else wants to lead.
We want to not die, so we're going to let you lead. I'll help you.
Okay, I will lead.
Okay.
I will guide you as well.
So what does she add for that one?
She adds a d4. And Halvor was helping her, so she gets advantage as well.
Yes.
Oh, my dice is not working properly anymore.
Roll again and with a d4.
Yeah, my D4, when I'm clicking on it, it's not coming up in the bottom chat box like it should do.
Interesting.
I forgot about little Halvor Biel. Where are we? There's Caspin. Get rid of you, Caspin. Ez is here.
It's just not rolling.
Cora's here. And let's make Halvor real size and no longer rotated. That seems about right compared to Bartandalis. Yes. Okay.
And I can roll survival again because advantage.
Yeah, is Angelo currently out and light on, or are you relying off torches?
Well, I will speak to the group. Do we want to...
The snow is still very heavy. If anyone's tried a torch, it will be struggling.
Do you want me to cast a spell so we can see?
I mean, I can see anyway, but...
I wasn't talking to you!
Thanks!
Why would I ask you?
Because I was trying to lead you, but screw you. I'm not going to tell you if there's something there now.
You can see! I know you can see!
Because no one else is going to tell you.
I pull in Halvor
into a huddle.
And I huddle them like, hey guys. You guys want to see? You want some of this sweet, sweet dark vision?
Yes.
and I shall cast Dark Vision 3 times and use all my second level spells to do it.
Enjoy that.
Can you all use that macro toggle to increase your vision to dark vision, please?
We shall when we have token scenes.
Of course, yeah. So let's have a look. You got a 25. Okay, Cora, could you please roll me a d12?
I don't know if I can.
Oh
no, I can now.
Why are you singing with purple? Oh, d12. Oh, fuck's sake.
Maybe we should. Should we have got more arrows before we left?
I've got another. I've got 30 odd arrows, 38 arrows or something now.
We have 2 weeks there and back ahead of us.
She has a sword.
Does have a sword.
And by the look of it, Sir Eric can just conjure wood.
So, bag of holding.
Well, this is to wait till you find out. It's where you find out that like Casper's been expelled because there are 4 chairs missing.
He'll take his robes off. He's not made of bone. He's just made of wood. He's a wooden skeleton.
Mokujin.
He's like Pinocchio, but a skeleton.
I want to be a real undead human. That's got to be good, that, Cora.
I've got no strings to hold me down.
Worth it.
Okay, what was your d12? An 11.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
Okay, you travel for a full day, and you actually make pretty good pace, Cora.
Then I find everyone else is gone.
Despite the snow coming down very heavily, you seem to be navigating up a stretch where it isn't sticking too much. It's a lot of exposed, very black, jagged rockwork. And although it looks very treacherous off to the sides, it almost seems to make pretty much a full day of natural steps. It's a bit painful when you misstep. It is almost like slate, all of it. But you all get into a pretty decent rhythm going up. There are steeper portions where maybe you decided to rope off to each other, but all in all, yeah, it feels like an easier day than a couple that you've had so far. After 8 warm jackets, or redoing of the precipitation heat, would you want to settle down for the night, or would you try to push on for a bit longer now you are child free?
8 hours doesn't seem that much to me personally. I think we'd probably keep going, wouldn't we?
We could go 16 hours and still sleep for 8. Do another. Yeah.
Pretty hard going. We'll probably all be knackered.
But this isn't that hard going, you were saying. There's not as much snow.
Mm-hmm.
I would personally vote for keeping going because I'm still looking to try and catch up with Harris. And if we want to catch up with him, we're going to have to go some.
Maybe not a 16-hour slog, but long day.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'd keep traveling until we find someone. If we've reached this point and there's nothing that looks like this is really good shelter, we'll keep going for.
No, you don't reach anything but seems almost like shelter. It's pretty exposed where you're going so far.
Ooh, super close, right?
Calm down, Angelo.
That's you do hear a, and that is the loudest you've heard what you know to be the rock so far. You didn't manage to catch any sort of sight in it in this blizzard, though. You just hear it out there.
We've not heard the dagger dog since you set off, have we?
Not since setting off today. So you continue for what? If you don't want to take it to a 16-hour slog, how much longer are you wanting to walk for?
Another 8 hours.
Another 8.
Until we find somewhere better to stay.
Okay.
We were still looking for this clearing, weren't we? We were looking for a decent clearing for the dagger dog. So unless we found somewhere like that, I would keep going.
Yeah, you know, it's not for like a couple of days until we reach the dagger dog's lair, roughly.
Yeah.
Who knows where that is really, though, because they have no fucking idea, really.
Yeah. Well, they said you'll hear it getting closer anyway. So.
About another 4 hours up. Cora, make me a perception check if you're at the front leading the way. In fact, let me just check something. Who has the goggles at the moment?
Cora.
Does she have them? Okay.
What were these goggles? Remind me what the goggles are.
They were my goggles of charming, but it means that you can fire your bow without having disadvantage. So I just gave them to you. So you're not attuned to them, but she's just wearing them. So I'm still attuned to them.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. They are in my inventory, though.
Okay. You see off down to your right, about 30, 40 foot down this jagged rockwork, there is just a boulder that seems to catch. Something about this boulder catches your attention. It looks partially wet on one side compared to all the other rockwork. The snow is sort of sticking everywhere else except on these jagged stones you're going up. But this particular rock just sort of seems slick.
Sorry, so down to my right-hand side, how far away from us?
About 30, 40 foot, and it is a large boulder.
So I'll point this rock out to my compadres and say, what do you think is going on there? Some heat source? Do you think it's like a hot spring?
No, it's, I will take. I don't want to get Angelo out. I'm a bit exposed here. His lad might give the game away.
I can send Norris down.
How's Norris been faring in the blizzard, DM? So far, we've not had any problems.
He's not been flying very well.
He's not been flying well, but it's one of them where
combat is fine, but long range, I guess, is
pretty much.
Okay.
It's down a hill 30 feet. It's not that bad, is it?
It's how far you fuck about with them in combat, yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
So yeah, you wanna send him down? Get eyes on it.
Sounds like a plan. And I do.
And are you just doing your vision through his? Yep.
I will
So
hold while we're so on the edge of whatever we're on.
yeah. So flying, fluttering down as your eyes go into Norris's. You, as you're getting closer, see blood in the snow surrounding this boulder. And as he gets closer still, you start to see enough viscera that it quickly becomes apparent as you're closer that this is a giant severed head.
Whoa.
You see, and the head itself is several times taller than sort of Halvor. We're talking like 18, 20 foot.
Just the head?
Just the head.
Is it like face out?
It is facing, out away from you all, and as Norris circles it, you can see at the edge of the head, where it would or did go to neck, is all just quite roughly severed and torn. There's enough sort of viscera around it, the closer you get, that you sort of see areas of stained snow that whatever's happened to this head, there are bits of the resulting evidence around, and it looks like I'm gonna put in the Discord is probably the easier way for me to do it. This is what the head looks like.
Is it the stone head off Art Attack?
I was imagining like a humanoid, but is that not the same picture that was the beast that was in the water that was chasing us at the rock? Chased.
Yeah, the fish.
Oh yeah, it is. Shit.
Fish monster.
So did the rock kill it? And
Yarados. That's where it's brought it to.
Yes. Cool. When you were describing it, I was imagining a humanoid head.
Yeah.
I'm quite relieved.
Is that right, DM? We are right.
Yeah, given you immediately made the connection. Yeah, it was that.
Done.
Awesome.
So is it like on a ledge, or is it embedded in a rock, in a crevasse, or...?
It's just kind of landed roughly, dashed against the rocks.
Oh, right.
And the blood around it looks like it's just happened. It's not like a load of snow that's fallen on top of it.
No, it is like blood-stained bit of snow, and we're talking like this, like, you know, fist-sized lumps of flesh, but have kind of gone a bit pale. And I mean, this is like a brief, in the middle of a snowstorm, glimpse through Norris's eyes, obviously. So it's not a detailed crime scene overview.
Okay, I'm less concerned now because I think we're probably approaching the nest of the rock rather than the dagger dog, so that's pretty good.
Plus, you know, rations.
You want to eat the head of that?
A head's worth of rations?
I'd rather kill my own fae, to be honest.
Take my chances with casting purified food and drink on my meat.
Purified giant head.
Yeah. Ed's the best bet. Well, presume we're close to the rock. Can we, like, is there any smell coming off the head? Can we smell what the rock's been cooking? Alex is disconnected from the chat.
I was about to jokingly kick you, but knowing your connection, it wouldn't be worth getting you back in. Wouldn't be worth the jeeps.
What's wrong with my connection? Connection is baller.
Sometimes.
Okay. I guess we. Is there anything we want to do with this, with the head, with the creature?
Unless you want to talk to it. I know how you like to collect heads.
A little bit too big for the bag of holding.
I don't think it's got enough lips to be talking.
I think this is more just a warning that we need to keep moving. Although we're not actively seeking to attack the rock, doesn't mean it's not going to attack us, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move with some pace, huh? I feel like we must be somewhat in its line of trajectory towards its nest. Then I look up.
Just see snow and fog.
And we move at 1.5 times speed. No stealth now, just going.
Imagine if we'd done this journey in the daytime. Wouldn't that have been good?
No, the rock would have seen us and killed us.
Imagine if we hadn't plunged Barovia into perpetual night.
I think it's served as well to be in the dark, to be honest.
Yeah. It's not made that much of an impact, I don't think. We've got dark vision. We've got a bag of holding that holds all the food we'll ever need. We've got...
My spells did benefit from having daylight, because that's when they came back, as soon as dawn broke, but you know.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. And not having the dawn, I can't change my cleric spells.
Light jog, on we go.
Light jog. Jog on.
Okay. About another 2 hours later, you this sort of jagged step comes to a point where you are slightly sheltered by trees, and it is an appropriate place, if you want to, for you to make camp.
So what's that, 14 hours in? Yes, I think we should make camp.
Yeah, you also got like a bit of a copse of trees next to a frozen over lake. Kind of like the place where you met Calder, but with trees this time. And there's sort of areas in the rockwork where you're able to nestle in if you want to, and set up tents. Or however you're planning to do it.
Yeah. We can do that.
Cora is happy that we've made some decent progress towards finding her friend, so yeah.
We only need 2 tents now.
We only need one if we want to get real comfortable.
Can't go out now.
Boys' tent and girls' tent? Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Dude, cock block.
Ugh, which one? So, who you trying to ERP with? Me or Lindsay?
I mean, let's be fair. These days, I think Silk Whisper.
Yeah, you've done well.
Hey there, Silk Whisper.
Hello.
I've come to fix your fridge. Oh, wait.
Okay, so yeah, 2 tents are set up. Sex while camping? It's fucking intense.
Hey.
That was my kind of humour.
So yes, 2 tents are constructed. Are you campfiring it? Cooking? Just...
Just eat the rations and sleep, eh?
So no campfire tonight, or what are we looking to do? Are you posting Sir Eric nearby?
Always goes without saying.
Yeah, but I don't reckon we do a campfire because I think it's going to attract the rock. I think we should keep a low profile.
Yeah. We don't need it. Fire.
Okay. Pardon?
1 minute. Yeah, I need to start remembering this whole... You travel for 8 hours means that my dark vision has run out. So I need to take off these other spell slots. If we were carrying on dark vision or carrying on in the dark. What do we say, guys?
Well, you've already carried another 6 hours since the dark vision's run out.
Yeah.
I don't think that we'd want to spend that many extra slots. So it's already quite a lot of spell slots to use 3 a day for traveling, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
using
another
6.
rope. Tie the rope on. I can see where we're going. Just plough on.
Okay, so in general, we'll do that from now on. If we're going to be traveling more than 8 hours, we'll do the final 8 in darkness, I guess.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to be spending like all my 2nd level spells and all my 3rd level spells on dark vision. Okay, as we're settling down, I will
Cast it at all?
say again.
Cast it at all?
Nope.
That's a shame.
Yeah, because you can multicast on multiple people. You can't upcast. Well, you can't even cast on multiple people. It's literally just a single cast on creature. I will use sending and the message to Caspin saying, "Hey, we just settled down. It's been a long day. Getting higher up the mountain for sure. Have you learned anything new?" Disadvantage? Mine's got disadvantage?
You don't know. I found it quite difficult to make sense initially, but I am now getting more confident with it.
Is he not attuned to it? Did we?
Tomorrow will be better.
Does it take 8 hours of reading to attune to it or something?
It does.
Okay. That's fine. He's learning the ropes.
Well, we walked for
But the pages make for excellent kindling.
Yeah, what's he been doing for the other 8 hours that we've been walking? Unbelievable.
Lazy soul.
I
had to go to the toilet and things. I needed to eat.
I succeeded in the alting.
Oh, that's unfortunate because we didn't bring him to the Amber Temple so that he wouldn't die. But now, when Halvor comes back, when he's passed the test and has to challenge Caspian, this will be awkward.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're bedding down for the night? Or are you doing any more follow-up messages? Anybody want to have any sort of chat with each other?
No, we've been talking.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. You bed down for the night. Everybody apply a long rest. Everybody also roll a d6, please.
Don't even know why I bother taking a rest. Do anything.
You don't even know why you bother what?
Taking a rest. It doesn't refresh anything.
Has it not done it again?
No.
Wait that. Whereas using the spells, taking your slots away correctly once you've topped them up manually.
I've just been...
Didn't even top them up manually, did you? Fucking.
No, I did top them manually. I've just not been casting the spell. I've just been taking the thing off.
Okay. Can't roll a d6 though, can you? Come on.
Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things. Why are you the way you are?
Oh, it's so good. Typical. Would be a 3, wouldn't it?
Typical 3.
Class. You are woken up by feeling movement in your tent. You can hear the rhythm. Yes, Mr. Dex has put in the chat. I wonder how far the tables will turn. You can hear and feel like the rhythmic breathing of Halvor, and you are confident that he is asleep. But almost between you, you feel on the floor something quite large moving and shifting the earth between you. And it pauses every couple of seconds and then carries on.
So I can feel it near my feet. Moving
No, kind of like next to your sort of chest, stomach.
Okay.
Between you and Halvor. And you feel a slight shifting of the earth. Can't hear anything.
I am going to get up straight away and start dragging Halvor to the head of the tent.
You're aware as you get up that the feeling just stops.
And I'm just kind of stood like half dragging Halvor. Get up!
What?
There's something in here. There's something on the floor. And I'll cast light on my hand. I'll shine it around.
Snakes!
I hate snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
There is nothing in here. And as you both just sort of stood there looking, you see the earth sort of tremor again and a little mound sort of push up and shift for a second in the floor.
I'm going to back up out slightly.
I arm myself.
What is it? What is happening? Like, so Eric is like sort of striding up behind you, bow drawn, pointing at the tent.
There's something under the ground. It's pushing up the soil.
And after a few moments pause, you see it happen again, and now like a visible mound about the size of a bowl does also get pushed up. Sort of pauses for a second, pushes up a bit more, and you see like a pink snout sort of poke out for a second.
I cast Mage Hand
before pop it. Ooh.
I try and grab its snout.
What is the rule for that grabbing? Okay.
The hand can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than £10.
What is £10 the thing, is it? Is there a thing about it grappling? Is it anything grappling?
It says the hand can't attack, so I mean I guess it can't deal damage, but it can, if it can pick stuff up.
Yeah,
I guess it's check my magic, I guess, against its dexterity.
Yeah, sure. Let's have a look. Doing this will be at disadvantage for it.
Yeah,
because it is effectively squeezing.
I can never find where my.
So it got a 9.
My spellcast modifier, which would.
But either way, is while you're rolling it, even then, as the hand sort of materialises.
Shall I roll a d20 and see if I beat it with a d20 away?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll see whether I need to work out the actual pluses. I think I got it.
Just, it matched. As the hand closes on you, and it just pulls up and sort of clenched around the nose, you see this little creature.
It's a Niffler.
That's the full-sized rabbit, though. This thing's a massive creature.
It's not, it's small. That's obviously a fucking baby rabbit.
But even a baby rabbit is, not that small.
It's a small creature.
I've, pulled up a dog.
And it just, sort of being grabbed around the snout, you can see it's just, flailing sort of wildly and twisting, the tails sort of thrashing around in thin air.
Can we eat it?
Do you know what this thing is? And I look at Sir Eric. And I want to see whether I know what this thing is.
He shakes his head. You can both make me nature checks.
Oh, what are my skills?
Oh, I'm from the north, I know about nature. I didn't pay attention in outdoor class.
Outdoor class. Although you've not seen this before, from the snout and the sort of shape and build of the claws, Bartandalis, you can obviously tell it's some sort of mole creature, and that they obviously from the look of its snout, they typically tend to be like foragers and insectivores.
That's not its snout, that's its sex organ.
Look, from the colour of its coat, you see those sort of growths on its back. It looks like it's more sort of attempt to be sort of camouflage for a very tundra environment.
How much feeding does it look like we've got on one of these things?
Its coat is very felty and sumptuous, but it looks like it does not cover particularly much meat.
Let it go.
You can see the snout sort of grabbed shut, this long, almost like anteater-like tongue just manages to come squeezing out between two of the fingers of your mage hand, and there's almost a bit of a phantom feeling of ew, but you can just feel the tongue wiggling tight between the two fingers.
So we don't think it's a magical thing. We think it's like a natural beast.
You don't think anything. You're asleep in another tent.
Exactly. Yeah. I hear the commotion.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure you up at this point. Yeah. Sir Eric certainly would have woken you up.
We think it's not magical. We think it's like a...
I mean, we might have been unlucky and just been mauled in the night, but do you think it was coming up to us deliberately?
Also, maybe trying to find magic.
This is the dagger dog. Seeking out our magic. What a twist.
Like a nip for the magic.
I'll let it go.
Throw it outside.
I'm presuming it's going to scarper back down its hole.
But there wasn't much meat on it. Just eat it.
Let's
compared to the rabbit.
So are you putting it outside, or are you...
Oh, just let it go back down its hole.
And it rapidly starts... as it disappears off down, and there's a shift and then a few kicks of... There's almost a couple of like blowhole types of like soft snow comes flying up out. As it does, and this sort of snow gets flicked up, you notice a couple of sort of weightier bits, like chunks of ice that fall down, and you notice that you've had a couple of like shards of like glass or gemstone have been sort of kicked out and expelled backwards of this snowdrift.
They glimmer in my light spell.
They are.
And collect them. What are these things?
They look to be just a couple of small, almost like gnawed, very roughly hewn, tiny gemstones.
Gnawed, so it's been eating through gemstones.
It's like, go send my mage hand down the hole!
Yeah, it might have had a full belly full of these things. Unless it's digging under it. I mean, it's skittering. It's been kind of skittering the gems up, though, yeah?
If it finds gems, can it find the Amber Temple for us?
This is one of the original builders.
Don't want it to eat any of our gems.
No, but if it tracks off towards gems, our gems are all in the bag of holding. I don't see them.
Oh yeah, I wonder where it sniffs out gems and stuff. Has anybody got any gems?
If we do, they're in the bag of holding, right?
One would presume.
Because we had a load of money, and the money partially was paid in gems and stuff, wasn't it?
It might sniff through the ether.
I don't think I've got any gems.
See, my
stones, which we should put away.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 5 gemstones that are in my inventory that aren't technically sat in.
Oh yeah, you've got some big gemstones, haven't you? I think just in your normal inventory. Be the Babala Saga ones, aren't they?
I mean, literally everything's in the bag of holding, though. I'm not carrying two-person tents in my inventory either.
Well, can we just say that if we had any gems, we're going to put them in the bag of holding now?
Sure.
Or get one out to lure him back up to the surface, you know?
Yeah.
The spade.
What? Get a spade? Hit him with a spade, you say? Jeez.
Yeah.
You carry a spade.
Cowboy Yokelson, pigeon colour.
Explodes in a shower of gems. Excellent.
Definitely what this is actually a niffler. That's what's going on.
Sorry, guys. You guys don't speak dick nose.
Correct.
Speak dickhead, it's a regional variant. Okay, yeah. So, you are left, sort of stood a bit unnerved in your tent with a soft, freshly driven mound of snow in the middle.
I was quite serious. I think we should try and get that thing back up to the surface with some of our own gems to tempt it and then catch it, because I think it's going to take us to the Amber Temple.
Ambi Tempi.
I mean, the Amber Temple's not going to be good for us, so I feel like that means inevitably we'll find it straight away.
Yeah, we're not going to search very hard for it. The campaign came to an end because we never found the Amber Temple.
The characters all died of old age.
Or the campaign never came to an end because we never found the Amber Temple.
Yeah.
Wander in the snow.
Yeah, we've been playing Curse of Strahd for 7 years.
We ran out of rations. Now we're just hunting dick noses.
You say that like it's unreasonable. We've been playing for 2 years already.
No, God, most people have speedrun Curse of Strahd and they do it in 2 months.
We're literally 2.5 years in. Well, I'm 2 years in. You guys are 2.5 years in.
We are. Level 10.
But to be fair, like, since you joined, it's felt like 2.5 years.
Every week. Love you, Lindsay.
Oilins.
Cora would like to get Halvor's spade and whack Marty over the head with it.
Put him out of his misery.
Remember, you got inspiration.
Oh, yes. I will use that.
Okay, so the dick mole is gone.
Dick mole.
What are we doing?
I mean, had we slept yet?
You had applied your long rest, remember, because Bartanella's complained a lot. So it is... It's not maybe not as much sleep as you'd have had naturally, but you are all rested.
Well, up we get then, I guess.
Can you put the gems in my thingy, DM?
You can.
Oh, can I do that now?
Oh, I think it's a bit weird for you. I did it before with Thomas Strahd. Icon mode is not very good for the item container stuff. We need to go through having your inventory changed to the category style, but I mean, I'm not going to do literally everything for you.
I mean, you do nothing, so...
Oh, cheeky.
Halvor does it all.
So what are you doing about breaking your fast? Just nibbles and biscuits? Yeah.
Yeah, eat as we walk.
Just take yesterday's off.
I'll use a spell of sending to see if Caspian has got any further with the book, because I didn't say he could sleep, so... Wake up! Just in the middle of the night, I just send him a sending spell.
He now needs permission from you to sleep.
Yeah.
I take it you're not doing that.
No, I am not.
Okay. Who is leading the way on today's exploration?
Any volunteers? No? Me?
I wonder whether the sending spell wakes somebody up.
Are we dark visioning again?
Yeah,
Are we not doing 8 hours with dark vision and then 8 hours going on without?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you know what? Should we just travel without, and then I will just cast it as and when it feels like we need it?
Yeah, okay. We can try.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So unless we get ambushed, then we'll be in the dark, and then we'll just have to flame on with Angelo and my light spell.
I'm also going to, as well as relying on my own eyesight, ask Norris to be doing like a 100-meter circle around us and come back to
he tries, but he struggles to get any sort of height or real distance before he's heavily buffeted by the increasingly thick and fast snow.
Does Sir Eric have dark vision?
He does.
Oh, great. Well, he can help me then. He can look out too.
He is constantly bringing up the rear, casting out behind. Roll me a d12, please.
Me?
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Okay. So traveling for a couple of hours, but only like a bit of a slight incline to today. Wider, almost sort of open sort of mountain here. You notice before anybody, well, you're the only one who notices really, a large movement ahead in the tree lines, and you all hear like a
There's something big ahead of us, Bertie. I think we should get some night vision.
The scrape of stone on stone. So
then I will. It'll cost me 3 actions to cast on my peeps. So if we've got the time, then I will one by one kind of go and mutter, "See, carrots, vision." Cast dark vision.
fucking hell.
Yum yum yum. Eat my carrots.
Their eyes glow orange.
Eyes just turn into carrot.
Material component, 1 carrot.
What are you saying?
The component is 1 carrot.
No, it is. It is a piece of carrot. The component for dark vision. Yeah.
Of course it is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. They've got loads of little cool things like that. Like detect thoughts is
yeah.
penny. A coin. It's a penny for your thoughts.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Are you stopping here? Are you continuing forward stealthily to the tree line?
So how far ahead are we talking?
You see the outline of like a well, it isn't coloured for you, like a shaggy hide, about 40 foot ahead. But it's the heavy blizzard. It's difficult to see.
And in terms of an appreciation of size, do we think it's like twice our size? What kind of size are we looking?
Bigger than a draft horse.
Oh.
It is. Whatever it is particularly big.
But it looks like just one creature.
It does.
Can I see it?
What's the range that? It's 60 foot, isn't it? Dark vision.
Dark vision is a grand total of 60 feet.
Yeah. You are all able to make out a sort of shaggy hide, sort of nestled in between the trees and the rockwork, and you just hear that scraping of stone and if a.
Is there an easy way for us to try and track around it without us encountering it?
Well, as you're sort of looking, you hear like a crunch of bark, and the creature comes backing up out the trees, sort of a bit of a start, and you see what is best described as a huge, shaggy rhino. Except it seems to be blue and has portions of ice hanging off it. As it sort of backs out and turns in your slight direction, Bartandalis, you would, well, everyone would see, but perhaps Bartandalis, you would possibly appreciate before the others, that the horns seem to be of the same appearance and glow of the icicles you saw.
Ooh.
And it's particularly large. And as it backs up and sort of wheels, it doesn't sort of, it just slowly turns its head in your direction, sort of head almost down to the ground, sort of foraging. You see 2, not much bigger than piglets, much more excited and like animated, almost bounding ones, come out behind it. And we're all just sort of having a bit of a forage in the snow.
It's got young. It's going to think we're threatening them. We need to keep away from it.
Or we kill it.
I'm not sure with hide that thick that my arrow is going to be able to penetrate it.
I mean, I don't think there's any benefit to us killing it if we can avoid it.
There's a lot of eating on an animal that big.
I mean, so much that I don't think we'd even need it.
Did we say that they look like there might be a way around it, DM, or no?
I'll show you. There is a very defined gravel path on this map. Obviously, that is not there. The groundskeeper of the Tsolenka Pass has been hard at work with grit and machine.
I will apply my macro.
Ooh, animated.
So it looks like so far that if we keep to the south side, we might be okay.
I don't know. I think going through the trees might be a better bet. We're a little less exposed if we head up that way.
Should we try and be stealthy?
So we don't want to be on the receiving end of a charge, so perhaps trees and cover is a wise choice.
Do you think we should try and be stealthy?
I'd rather it sees that we're going away that is not a threat to it than thinks we're trying to sneak up on it.
Do we think that it's seen us yet?
The little ones definitely have. And one sort of still foraging, but the other one sort of plots. Sort of comes to almost like a pygmy hippo, sort of run forward a few steps and stops about halfway and just looks out towards you all and just stands and stops and just watches.
We could also try and speak with it and tell it that we mean no harm.
Not sure.
Interesting.
Do we think it'd have the... Can we say that we're backing up a little bit while we decide what's going on, instead of we're just stood here having a chat about it? We're backing away a little bit off the map. I mean, I don't know how intelligent it's going to be. Might not understand. I don't know.
Go ahead, Cora. Give it a try.
Yeah, it's coming towards us, so I'm going to try and speak with animals.
What would be interesting, Halvor?
Just the idea of speaking to the animals.
So I can speak with animals, and I will say to them, "We mean peace. We just want to go past you. We won't disturb you." Do they look like they're understanding me?
Doesn't seem to react, but as you sort of call it out, call out to it, the largest one turns its head to the sound and just and runs a couple of steps forward to sort of take over the little one. And it does that kind of run forward and goes heavily on both front and sort of lowers its head down a bit and
Call your young away. We don't want any trouble.
Gesturing protectively, you might say.
yeah.
Let's start moving around them to the north.
Yeah, we'll move slowly and carefully with keeping our eyes on the mama.
As you're sort of going, make me perception checks.
Do we have disadvantage because of
do.
blizzard?
They do.
Cora doesn't have disadvantage because she's got the glasses on.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
my other one was an 11 rather than a 2.
Okay, yeah. A couple of things happen. Well, or rather, a couple of things to point out. Halvor, you notice, obviously we're going to say that Esmeralda and Sir Eric are following suit. You notice that the larger rhino, its head goes from sort of watching you all to snapping away from you all to just due north. Cora, You lead him away. Just see a little bit of movement in the trees ahead. And then, before you can even communicate your separate sort of findings to each other, you just hear and bursting from the snow in the trees comes this. Initially, it was bursting up towards the south, towards these rhinos, but then disturbed by you getting only 15 feet away from it, Cora, with its perception. It is coming for you. Can everyone please roll initiative for me?
Don't worry, she's got to speak with animals.
I mean no harm. I do.
Where is all my combat playlists gone? What? That's weird. I'm afraid it's going to be our good old generic battle music, because the one I'd set for this hasn't loaded in.
Oh my god, is this like an agent of Strahd, this polar bear?
Oh, I've re-rolled you all, sorry. Instead of clicking re-roll NPCs.
Don't want to spoil it, guys, but these snowy rhino-like things are called ice rhinos.
Oh no!
They're not, but I actually remembered to go and rename them for once. Now, you are actually, instead of doing a whole surprised condition, it is going to act first, because it was that initiated combat, and it was attacking Cora. So we'll do that, and then we will go to the proper round. Why hasn't it started with him? There we go. So the very first thing that's happening is this burst forward, and this is fucking huge. And as you can see from the art, it is covered in rime and just patches of like hoarfrost hanging off it, and its paws and its back. Its back, you can't really see from this art, is just almost like porcupine-like with blue icicles. Not the same sort from like the bridge and the rhinos, the cryonoceros. But yeah, all down its back. And it is going to jump forward and attack Cora with 3 huge attacks before we get to combat proper. It is going to attempt to bite you. And then
attack defense.
You do. So after the first one,
it's if it hits, you have to use it.
Ursa Polaris. Huh.
Yeah. So first one misses, so don't apply multi-attack defense yet. Where is my damage button? The fuck? Does this ability not have that?
Yeah, no damage.
That's strange.
Oh well.
I don't know why my combat is now being different. Cora, please mark 6 HP off. No. And then a further 8 HP cold damage.
Cold damage?
I think it's because, for some reason, the ability has no target, so it doesn't know that it is targeting you. So there's multi-attack defense is on, yeah?
Yes.
So let's see if the second one rolls how I the next one rolls how I expected. We'll never find out. But I still see no option for damage. So yeah, remember to turn multi-attack defense off. And now we are in combat. The largest... Oh, it's one of the little ice rhinos, but one of the little ice rhino, that will just run over to next to its mother. Cora, it's you.
I'm going to, because I've still got speak with animals. It doesn't say that I can speak to only one animal, so I'm going to speak to the polar bear now because it says I can speak to beasts in general. So I'm going to, in my most commanding voice, shout towards the polar bear saying, "Back Back off! We are not easy prey! And then I'm going to fire some arrows at him.
Okay.
Nora's doing a flyby, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, screw you, Polaris.
Now, did you have the option to click out the damage where we normally do?
Yeah.
Very unusual.
Oh, I forgot to Hunter's Mark him. I'm going to also Hunter's Mark him for the next one.
Okay.
And I'm going again.
I'll ask you to look at this before next week's session, Halvor, if I can't work it out myself.
That shouldn't have had 1d6 on there. I don't know what the 1d6 was, though. The 1d6 was 6, so would...
Add 6 back
15,
on, yeah?
Would 15 have hit?
It would have just hit, yeah.
Cool. And I'm not going to run away. I'm going to stand my ground and look my whole 5'2", as big as I can, intimidating at him, and say, Halvor, join me!
You hear it, as you sort of put a couple of arrows into it, you hear like a burst of like snow and bark and another roar further behind it. Anything else from Cora?
Oh, further behind it? Oh, shitballs, man.
No, I just try and look as big as I can and hope that my voice is carried to these other polar bears that are clearly joining it.
Okay. Halvor, you're up.
I will. Bonus action, do an adrenaline surge. And then I am going to expend, as part of my movement, my superiority die to use bait and switch.
Now you know you've got it, you're using it all the time.
It's like the second time he's ever used it. He's not milking it.
And second session in a row. Or is it two ago?
For the next one round, Cora has 3 extra armor points, AC, and we swap positions.
Whang!
And I'm going to attack the bear.
That hits. I am just going to, only because I know I did it recently, this isn't happening, I'm just dragging a Wintergast on, because I know that their attacks worked. I want to see if that comes up as normal, because I want to know if it's the module or if it's these creatures. So Cora, this isn't actually happening, don't worry. I can't apply damage on that either. Let's do it till it hits. So when it hits Cora, I'm not able to apply damage.
Is it only to me, or is it to Halvor too?
No, I just attacked you as a test with it. So it's obviously something to do with
but you've only ever attacked me, haven't you? Why don't you try attacking someone else to see if it's the same?
I don't think it will be. Let's have a look. I'll try. So you've attacked it twice, have you, Halvor?
Yep.
Yeah, even natural 1. So just play the fucking game. Come on.
With a plus what?
I typed a huge modifier in so it couldn't possibly miss, and it got a fucking nat 1. Right, there we go. So when it hits, I still don't have any option to click to apply damage.
Interesting.
Very weird. Okay. Is that all from you, Halvor?
Yes.
Okay. Esmeralda is up next. She will rush forward, putting herself sort of in front of Cora. And she is going to attempt to attack. Let me see how this works for her being an NPC. Hits, but I can't apply that. Oh, is it auto done the damage? No, I don't think it has. That's really weird. It's telling me how much damage has come up, but I have no means to apply it. Let me try again.
If you highlight the creature by left click, if you right click the damage, you can apply it that way, but I know that's not ideal. I've checked the MIDI core settings, and although there is a setting for GM auto roll damage, it is not switched on.
I didn't think it ever was, because that's when it automatically applied it. Let me try it for her last attack. I don't think that's how we normally had it, but let me try again with her third one, see what happens now. Yeah, it is prompting me to. I suppose that works. Okay. Sir Eric is going to walk up and put an arrow in it. Ah, that should be disadvantage, sorry. I missed anyway, it's fine. Misses. Okay. Oh, it was not revealed. Before it was revealed. It is now this. Being attacked by Halvor and Esmeralda hacking at it. Arrows from Cora and Sir Eric. It rears up and...
DM?
Yes?
Is it that one's go? Because that one wasn't on the combat tracker a minute ago. Is that not the
it is, one? But I'd forgotten to tick the little eye hide on it. The other one you'll see is second to bottom on the list.
Yeah.
So yeah, it backs up and rolls for a second before it drops down, sort of lowers its front to show you its back, and all the lights, all the spikes on its back begin to just sort of glow and sway. Now this should it isn't doing a template. There we go, but it's highlighted it. These lights sort of emanate off it for a 30-foot radius.
That should have me as well then, shouldn't it?
You are just at the edge of it. It thinks you're just out of it.
10, 20, not even close to being out of it. If that's a 30-foot radius.
Okay. You're in it as well then. I think it's 30 foot, let me check.
That's 30-foot radius? No way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
To the centre of the creature, it is 30 foot.
So I'm just on the edge?
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's so hard judging this shit.
Why isn't it prompted for roll from them either? Okay, can all those people... Oh no, there it is. The one person who wasn't meant to be in it. It rolls. I don't know what's going on tonight. Can Esmeralda, Cora, Halvor, Sir Eric, and Baby Ice Rhino 1 all please make a wisdom saving throw DC 15?
Did you have me targeted when you prompted it?
I did. Well, had you highlighted, you're not actually targeted by the spell.
Weird. Yeah, because I didn't roll that then. That must have done it also.
Yeah. So this one should come through as being Esmeralda.
Thanks for wasting my 20 though, dear.
And Sir Eric. I don't like how my foundry is not being well behaved tonight. Okay, so that is Esmeralda and Halvor both take 6d6 radiant damage as the lights just blast in and shimmer. I don't know why it's doing it for Sir Eric. Fuck off, Foundry. What is wrong with it tonight? But it hasn't actually applied it to him. Halvor, please mark off 21 HP, and you are stunned. As is Esmeralda.
So, by the fact that it's magical, does that mean it's unlikely to have understood what I was saying? Because it's not, therefore, going to be a beast. It's going to be a monster.
It does not seem to have acknowledged what you have said to it.
I mean, we're presuming that the rhinoceros did. It might not have done. It just kind of went... Bleh.
Yeah.
Have you
So he
marked
didn't
that?
talk back.
Have you marked that HP off?
I have halved it, because I'm raging. I mean, it's filled with adrenaline.
Nice. Let's have a look. Yep, so you are stunned until the end of, well, a turn in which you succeed on the DC, what do you call it? DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Bartandalus, you are up. And that light fades out after a few seconds of the shimmering.
Okay. Okay. Did you say you're stunned, Halvor?
Mm-hmm.
Halvor and Esmeralda are both stunned.
Did you say you were raging, Halvor? Because you won't be at the end of it.
Oh, yes, that is true.
Right, bear with me then, because now I need to see whether I have anything that will end that. Charmed, right.
Just mage things.
Just mage things.
Wizard things. Oh, World of
Just
Warcraft.
well, same thing, innit? I don't think I have anything that will end that. Nope, sorry, mon ami. Okay, well, as there's another one that's going to be approaching, I'm going to try and protect Esmeralda's soft side. So I am going to cast Flaming Sphere. You have no available second level spell slots. Oh yeah, okay. I need it at a higher level. Do you know what? I'll cast it at 5th level. No, I won't. I'll do it at 3rd level. Let's not be too mad. And I'm going to put it there.
Okay.
And
So it's nothing immediate, is it?
Yeah, because I can move. I can cast it and then move it. So I can cast it next to it and move it into it on this turn anyway.
Okay.
Fuck you. And I am going to back up slightly now that I've seen this interesting effect that is being had.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Is it? It's an action to summon.
It is.
Angela. Okay. That is me for now then.
Okay. There is a bellow from the large rhino, and it... Oh, I'm not on my token. It moves forward and pretty much uses its snout to jostle the smaller one around behind it, and then it stands its ground and just sort of stomps heavily and lowers its horn and roars in the direction of Halvor and the bear.
Can I shout something to the rhino, or am I not allowed to come around?
You can, yeah, you're free action to speak.
We're safe. The bears will attack your young. And hope it understands.
This one comes charging over, and although it cannot get quite over to you, this one, as it comes charging, it leaps forward, and you just see Halvor unable to move. Sort of the sway of these lights, you see just a small ball of bright blue, which you recognise with a sinking feeling from your experience of the dragon statues as an enormous gout of blue, icy mist comes forcefully out of its gob, and it is casting a cold breath. Does that not put any sort of save on you? Oh, now it's rolled. It's prompted you for saves, hasn't it? Have you been prompted for one as well, Cora? There we go.
Yes, she just wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, cold blasts across the lot of you, and ice settles on as it just comes charging in with a roar and looks like it's winding up to start absolutely unloading the next chance it gets. Esmeralda's HP, there we go. Yeah, Esmeralda already not looking good. The second of the smaller rhinos just sort of clings back behind its mother. Cora, you're up. Halvor, you will have your chance to do your roll next.
Okay.
That applied damage.
Did what apply damage?
The cold breath.
It not very much to you though. On you, it only rolled a 7, which it then considers you were still raging because you did. Because you are still rage. I think you'll have a rage effect, won't you, until it gets to your turn and you have nothing to do with it.
Pretty much, but I thought I'd rolled 32 and was like, huh? Or is that something else?
I think it is 32 that was... that's weird, yeah. I don't know why it's turn a 32 into a 7 for you. Is that because... Have you got one of your effects set because the dex saving throw, because your shield? Is it automatically halved it or something? It looks like it's quartered it, doesn't it?
I can't think of anything that would be relevant.
It says you've got 95... I don't know if it's a hidden card for you, but it shows 95 health minus 7, brackets, 32. So it's turned a 32 into a 7.
I will take off another... Probably.
Yeah. Something unusual's happening. So yeah, sorry, Cora, what are you doing? You backed up, I see.
Yeah, I've run back and I'm stood next to Bartandalos now, and I'm going to conjure me some animals. This time, I'm going to conjure some panthers.
Panthers?
Yes,
Fuck
panthers.
Me, I don't think I have panthers. 1 second. Are they SRD? Yes, they are.
No idea.
They are.
What does that mean?
Doesn't matter. Let's have a look. Summons. I thought I had a folder called Cora fucking animals, it was called. Let's add Panther. Panther is going to have top-down token for now. I will sort that for next time. How many Panthers can you summon, Cora?
8, please.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. A panther noises as well now.
I would like
2 of my panthers.
Hold on, we'll get to that.
I find the merged chat box very satisfying.
The merged chat box, sorry. What?
In the chat window.
So it's not just doing loads of massive tabs.
I don't know what you mean. I've not noticed what you're talking about. Go on, so where are you wanting them to go?
I'd like 2 of them to hang around between, like, near me and Barty, kind of acting as a defense for us.
Yeah.
And I'd like the other 6 to be forming sort of like a front line with Halvor and Ez attacking the bears. But keeping an eye also on the rhino. If it's looking like it's starting to attack, then attacking them too.
So what, like that?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okie doke.
They need
Anything else from you?
As long as they're keeping an eye out on the rhino and sort of not going to get gored to death by the rhino should it attack, that's cool. They need to be aiming for the bears for now.
They're either blocking it off or they're not.
Well, I was thinking of putting like 3 down by Halvor and 3 up on the other side by Ez, but that's cool.
I did start to put one there, but that's next to the flame sphere.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want that then.
Okay.
Ideally, I'd not like them between the bear and the rhino. I'd like that to be a clear path for the rhino should that wish to happen.
So like that?
I can't see where those ones have gone, but probably fine, yeah.
Okay. Halvor. Make me your DC 15 wisdom saving throw. You remain stunned and your rage drops off.
Oh dear.
I don't think it will yet because my rage ends if I have one of the conditions is not taken damage since my last turn, and I have taken damage.
Ah.
But I am still stunned.
Wait, we're taking damage since you were...
Since his last turn.
I see what you're saying, of course. Yeah, of course. Okie doke. The Panthers. Okay, so these first Panther is one that's next to you, so that'll take the dodge action. This one will attack the newcomer. What does pounce? Hold on. What does pounce do on these? Is that if you're moving? If it moves 20 foot, yeah, it can leap. So it's no multi-attack. Okay, so it will lash out. Whew. A strong start.
Yes!
Crits.
Go Panthers!
That's our team now.
Whoop whoop!
The Black
Finally got a name, the Panthers.
The Black Panthers is already taken, I think.
Ez will make
It's
her...
not Black Bear.
Ez will make her DC 15 wisdom saving throw. Ez manages to shake out of it, but it's at the end of her turn. Sir Eric will step to the side a bit and will go to put 2 arrows in the new arrival. Hits with disadvantage. Does the same with the second one. Fails. Bartandalus, you're up in a second. This one is going to... Ooh. It is going to attack the stunned Halvor.
Usually that gives it advantage, does it?
I'm trying to think if stun's advantage or instant crit. No, I mean, it's advantage.
It is advantage.
How? When he's fucking stunned. It makes no sense.
Shield is strong.
Yeah. 3 misses. Madness. And then it will attempt to move away from this fire, which will get attacks of opportunity from Ez and one of the Panthers. Which I will roll now. Oh, Halvor still targeted. Oh, Ez was as well. And then, yes, it will pull away from the fire, sort of ducking underneath with a roar as it pulls back. Bartandalus.
Bonus action, I will... My... where the fuck do I move this thing? Which one is it? That one? Can I move? Oh, the ruler. There we go. Got it. Boop! I'm gonna boop it into this dude. And he takes... I don't have to re-roll it. Oh yeah, I can just hit the damage button. Ah, cool. So he takes 3d6. So I don't know whether it's gonna... Ah, it is. Okay, cool. Got it. 1d6 as well. He needs to make... a dexterity saving throw. Otherwise he takes that or half damage on it. Sorry, I didn't have him targeted when I did it. My apologies.
He fails, so he takes 13 damage.
Plus any more if he's vulnerable, because he's ice. I don't know.
Of course.
Does it look like it melts him a bit to get a bit melty?
It does.
Good. And then I am going to, with my action, as I'm still having to... God, I hate that I've got so many... It's one thing, I really wish that I had another caster in the group where we could be both concentrating on different spells. Having all the concentration spells means you have fucking no combos.
I'm concentrating on the spell right now, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I am going to cast Scorching Ray. Because I think... you know what, I just don't even know how this is necessarily going to work. So I'm going to... You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. I'll just do them all on the one dude just so it's easier. I can't be asked for that. Bear with me. So this will do... So this will do 4, because I'm casting a 3rd level. This should do 4 Scorching Rays. Okay. How do I roll the attack again? Just have to click the button, I guess?
Yeah.
Clicking the button in the spell, nothing's popping up. There's nothing in my window.
Well, it's got here that it's missed it. Are you do you cast it 3 separate attacks?
Yeah, that's what you do, because you can hurl it at different ones. So you make a spell attack for each ray. So I've got another 3 to make, but there's nothing.
You can write
standard roll. No, I've got it. So it's not. I don't click the attack button. I click the standard roll button. I think. Is that right?
I'm not sure. It's not behaving how I expected it to tonight. But
where you've got the first message where there's an attack, right-click it and click pop out message.
Oh, say again. Sorry. Where I've got.
Where the Scorching Ray is in the chat box, if you right-click it and click pop out message, you'll have like a little window.
There's only the damage button there, though.
Oh, well, you might need to do that before you roll next time. So just cast it again, but don't use a spell slot.
Yeah, you can untick your spell slot usage.
Kikoki. Misses. Okay. Let's do it like this, that's easier. Huzzah!
The dice went all over the place. Yeah, we really don't seem to like the fire.
Good. Good to know. And then last one.
Hits. Anything else from you before I start the Grand Panther rolling?
No, that is me.
Okay. So...
Lots of fey meat here in a minute, Cora.
They're in to kill.
You just tell them all to go and then they'll just be stalking us through the fucking snow.
Hey, if they get out of here alive, fair dues.
They deserve a good stalk.
Oh my god, come on.
So many panthers.
Yes.
And back to the ones in front of you. Big Ice Rhino gives one more stomp, one more sort of roar, steps forward and uses its nose, its snout and horns to like throw up a gout of sand and lowers its head and looks like it is readying to charge.
Towards the panthers or the...
Towards the closest, in the direction of the closest
straight
bear. Yeah, pretty much.
Sir Eric should probably back up on his turn a little bit, maybe. Give it a wide berth.
Yeah, I'd like my panthers to not be in the way of its charging.
You hear another roar coming from the south.
From the south?
Daddy Rhino.
Oh, dagger dog.
The bear that is in the midst of all of these panthers and people and a flaming orb and looks very much boxed in. It cannot do that, so it will instead... Oh no, that's the one that has used that. This is going to attempt to stun everyone near it again. This is the one that hadn't done it before. As it sort of lowers down and sort of whirls around, the fire sort of really shimmers off all the icicles on its back and they glow in that pattern again, and it's attempting to stun everyone within 30 foot, which is pretty much all of the panthers, all of the NPCs. Sorry, not the two that are bodyguarding Cora and and Bart. Let's have a look. I think it's every single person passed there. A couple of panthers failed. The damage has gone out, so the panthers have... Almost all the panthers were killed.
Oh.
Killed?
By the half damage of it.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
It was big damage. So this blast of radiant light goes off, 23 damage, and it looks like they had only 13 health each. So there is just this enormous blast of searing light, and the panthers just melt away. It's very Thanos snap sort of melting, and then it withdraws from the fire and runs a few steps out before whirling to face the rhinos. Baby rhino will withdraw around behind parents. Top of the round, other baby rhino does the same. Cora, you're up.
If he's being distracted by the rhinos, do you reckon we run?
Nah, we got this.
What? Are you kidding me? It just killed my panthers in like one breath. Me and Barty could hop on the back of those two panthers. Ez and Halvor fucking leg it. Halvor's a quick runner.
I don't know. They might run if we're doing enough damage. They might flee. They don't like the fire.
One coming from the south. We heard
I thought it was a rhino.
I thought that was a bear.
What did it sound like, DM? Given that we've heard both of them.
It did not sound like a rhino, so I played the same file I'd used for T'other.
Okay. It's fine, we can take them.
Really, Barty, you want to stick around?
I mean, I've not unleashed Fireball yet, I've just been waiting on...
I mean, I've
Cora,
used
what's
my
gonna be?
best one. Oh, God. Okay, well, we'll hold on for now in that case. I'm going to step forward a little bit so I can see what's going on with the bears. Are they within 5 foot of each other or not?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah. There's only 1 foot. No, but it's 5 foot between them. So yeah, they're not adjacent for Hordebreaker.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, do they have to be adjacent or within 5 foot?
They've got to be within 5 foot of each other.
No space between them.
Yeah.
So I'll fire on the one that I've already got Hunter's Mark on in that case.
Okay.
Norris sweep by obs.
Halvor, you're up in a second for your stunned roll. Oh no, did you shake it last turn? No.
I mean, I didn't. I saved the second one, but I'm still stunned from the first time.
Yeah.
Again.
It's not looking good, that one.
Good.
Which one? Top one or bottom one, was it?
Top one.
The one with Cora's loaded into on top. Anything else from Cora?
No, but I'm going to try and tell my panthers that I would like them to be aware there's something coming from the south and to interface themselves between us and it.
Okay. Halvor, make your DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. You, at the end of your turn, manage to throw off the stun. Next turn, you will be able to act again. So you want the Panthers to do what, Cora?
I want them to get between whatever's coming from the south and me and Barty and defend us.
Okay,
that one moves around.
Why have you moved back here when there was one coming to the south? Why didn't you move more to the north?
Because of the hypno thing that it was doing before that was encompassing everything up there.
But the one that comes to the south might just hypno us anyway.
Who knows? Who knows what will happen? I'm helping you, Barty. Do you want me to run away and just defend myself?
I mean, but you can't. I can defend myself.
Look, me and the Panthers are with you. Whether you like it or not, shut up.
It's fine, I'm spider climbing up these rocks in a minute.
It's going to cast a firebolt at the one that is up top and kills it. A firebolt just goes clean through it and leaves a slightly glowing hole for a second as the beast just topples forward. As you see it topple into the snow, it just begins to quite rapidly dissolve into a puddle.
And then freezes over.
And then freezes over.
Like there's nothing there.
Like there won't be much there in a second. Sir Eric will back up, very aware of the snorting beast, and is going to fire 2 arrows at the bear.
That wasn't the bear, was it?
No.
What is that?
That was the sound you recognise as the dagger dog.
That is responding to what Ez has just done, surely.
Also, Eric's using a +1 longbow, so that's magical.
Oh no.
I mean, there's a
We're all
lot
using
God, but
We're all
how-
using stuff, yeah.
There we go. Barthandelus, you're up.
Okay. How bad's this dude that's backing up looking?
Dude, it's
One that
backing up.
backed
What,
up.
sorry?
The one, the bear.
Oh, not looking great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's bloodied.
He's gonna get slammed. Let me see how I can do this. So I will right click him. See, I don't know how to cast. Oh, let me try. Let me see if I can just roll the damage. Aha! Okay. This is damage on this boyo. Oh, I should have added an extra d6. Sorry, 1 second. Fuck. And then, so...
You're not targeting him again?
I am targeting him, but it didn't prompt it.
Okay, so 14 damage. Before.
He needs to, no, yeah, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20.
He takes half. And then so that was my bonus action, and I will cast Scorching Ray on it again. I'll see if I can do. I think it's just going to keep. Right, so you're saying cast it. It'll consume the spell slot, and then you think pop it out before I roll. I'm not sure if it's going to work. Okay, normal.
First one misses.
Yeah, there's nothing to prompt rolling it again by the look of it. Yeah.
Shame.
It's okay. I can just keep rolling it. A bit of pain, but that's what it is. So that's 1. Two. 3.
Hold up. You've rolled at 4 there, have you?
Yes, because it casts at a level 3, so I get an extra
Cool.
4 raise on it.
Just because you weren't clicking the damage in any of them, I was like, huh?
I was just going to wait so it didn't just stop it, so I could damage them all. So that is normal. That is a normal. And then that is a critical.
Tell me how you kill it.
I've not even done my last damage yet.
Don't need to. Tell me how you kill it.
As I'm kind of focusing with one hand, bringing the scorching, the flaming spear in, it kind of hits in the side and buffets like a big blast of fire over it. It kind of like raises up onto its back legs and just fall one after the other. Bam, 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 bam. It just kind of like knocks it flying backwards and just kind of starts melting and shattering and everything as it lands on the back.
Nice.
And I look to the south.
And climb on a panther.
From the south, comes bursting another one. And as the mother is facing off to the north, this one leaps out at the little one and somehow misses.
Did I get multi-attack anyway?
Somehow misses. Oh no, hits. Absolutely tears through this calf, which just cries out, and then he gets his gob around it and is just going to start bounding off to the south, carrying it, still feebly bleating.
Hello, but wait, there's more!
As another one comes charging in. He's going to attack out at Halvor. Before seeming to notice that all its friends are dead or gone. Panthers continue to pace around in front of you both.
I was going to say that I was just trying to measure how far that panther is away from the bear that's now come into view. How far is that?
It is 30 feet, 20 feet. So yeah, 30 feet away.
Okay, I would like them to start attacking that bear, please. But I would like them to run in and run out again as far away from it as they can.
Does it say they follow your verbal instructions, or as an action you can command them? Because you issued a command on your turn to them.
I believe she doesn't need to any verbal command, they just do what she wills, I think.
Okay,
but we can check the description.
Then this one will close the distance and will attack them.
Oh, it actually does say, it says, they obey any verbal commands, no action required.
Excellent. Okay, so yes, that is done. The big rhino, seeing that one of its cubs, one of its calves has just been taken, cries out and then using its horn sort of shepherds the other one away and is going to start going at its movement, sort of pushing it along away.
So did it run in and attack my...
No, it was about to, but then one of its calves was taken and now it's basically legging it. Your one what?
A panther?
Yeah, it did.
Did it run in?
Yeah, it went in and it attacked.
I wanted to run in and attack, and because it's also got pounce because it's gone more than 20...
Oh, let me look at pounce.
And it's got 50 foot of movement as well, so I'd like it to then retract itself 20 foot again, so it's not within, or it's as far away from it as it can do.
50 feet? Good grief. Okay, so yeah, the bear needs to make a... That reeked very much of Halvor pointing out after the fact, because you didn't say.
I thought that.
DC, so a strength saving throw. It is prone.
Yeah.
Would it have then used a bite attack against it as a bonus action, which it has the power to do?
Of course it would.
I mean, it did already roll an attack.
Yeah, it says...
You already rolled a claw attack for it, so...
Yeah, that's fine. It says if it moves... Yeah, it can then use... If it has succeeded on the knock prone, it can then use a bonus to bite.
It would do that, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Which would be advantageous, because it is prone.
I love panthers.
I wouldn't love them too much.
Hey.
And then you want it to withdraw?
Yeah, I would like it to withdraw 20 foot away from it, because that's how much it's got left.
Yes. Okay. So that rhino is going. That rhino is going. That rhino is fucking dead. Cora, it's you. Halvor, you're next.
My one that I was attacking before with Hunter's Mark has died, so I can now move my Hunter's Mark to the one that is by Halvor.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a swoop by and an attack.
Okay.
Just so everyone knows, it's prone, so that would be disadvantage with a ranged weapon.
And I don't know if it would be disadvantage with a magic attack. Depends which
So if it's
attack, I guess.
disadvantage, that means that I don't put my advantage on because I've got Norris.
When it cancel out, so the first one will be normal.
Are we still alive?
Yes, he's still alive.
Just. Come on, he's clinging to death now. He's ready for it.
You know, it's the one who's just arrived.
Oh no, I'd forgotten he just arrived. I thought it was still like the second one. No, okay. Fair enough, I'll attack him again then. Disadvantage this time because I've not got Norris the second time around.
She doesn't give a shit. It's like the amount of extra she gets to hit, it doesn't matter.
It's crazy.
There's also the D6 as well, though.
For a big one.
DM, can you put the polar bear on the right squares, please?
What?
He's not sitting in his squares properly.
Don't know why. I'm not moving him.
It's because my arrows have just knocked him back.
So powerful it breaks Foundry.
Totes.
Weird. When I moved him, it didn't think he was aligned on a grid as opposed to being sent off a grid. It's normally just put there like a wrong size, but he had somehow shifted. So have you applied your damage, have you, Cora?
I think so.
Okay, anything else from you? I'm just very aware of the time.
No.
Okay, Halvor, you're up.
Halvor smash.
He's already prone. You get him, Halvor.
Halvor starts wailing in.
And if I had a bonus action to use, then I would.
It cries out with each strike. With its Subnautica Reaper Leviathan cries. Okay, anything else from Halvor?
That is me.
Okay. Does the other Panther come in with a similar attack, Cora, or is the last Panther standing guard?
Yeah, it'll go in and attack too. We've only got 2 left.
Movement is not snapped to grid. That's why it's going fucky. Sorry, Cora. Do you say it is going in?
Yeah, it'll go in and attack and then retract as far as this 50-foot of movement will allow.
Okay, so it comes in and attacks. I suppose it's already prone, so it can't re-prone, but it will attack advantageously, I guess. Pouncing on a downed target. I suppose it can. I suppose it can force for save. Oh no, it bit, didn't it? No, Claude. I suppose it can force for save to see if. Oh no, it's saved. Never mind. See if we can get a bonus bite, and then it will
retract as far as it can with the 50-foot movement.
It will. It will. Whereas before it didn't use its reaction, it's going to swipe out at it as it tries to pull back.
Disadvantageous.
Yeah. Hits.
Oh, that might be a dead panther.
It's not a dead panther. But yeah, it pulls back. Esmeralda, seeing how efficient her fireball was before, her firebolt, bit of a difference, will firebolt again.
It turns out like it's the scene where in X-Men where Scott loses control of his laser vision.
So Eric is going to stow his bow, walk up, and sword twice. Advantageously, as it is on the ground. Misses. Barthandelus, you're up.
I'm up! 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, hold on. Right, what the fuck? Which square is Sir Eric in?
Yeah, I don't know why they're not going in, but he's next to it because he was melee in it.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Barthandelus gonna do some melee.
He's gonna come in with burning hands, but I didn't want to kill you all with a 15-foot cone. But first...
There's a chance, seeing how cone spells have gone before, there is a chance it is going to try and target Sir Eric and Halvor, so I'm just going to move to save fucking about. I'm just going to move them out while he does it and then move them back in afterwards.
Okay, well, I'm doing the fireball thing first. I'm moving this thing in. Boop! It will have to... Roll the damage with 1d6. I do have it targeted. We'll see if it does anything. Okay.
Don't know why I didn't target it, but...
Okay. But it's not rolling an attack though, it's just rolling damage. But if
yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Okay, yep, that's applied.
No, it needs to roll dex saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hopefully it'll fail it just to make the maths easier. There we go. Well, what DC was it?
It's like DC 15.
Cool, yeah, cool. I don't have to undo anything.
Good, and then I'm going to kind of walk in over.
Yes, no, you have to do it over.
Hand on my holy symbol. I then hold my hands and thumbs, touching the fingers, then spread, and a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Let's see how this one goes down. Oh. Might peak too soon, it might be a whop whop in a minute.
Is it not a half one? So you can place a template for it?
Yeah. So, I'm presuming this isn't going to target me. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna drop...
Not if you place it at the edge of your square, it shouldn't.
I'll drop it at the edge of my square, okay. Cool, I think it's just got...
Oh, why hasn't it pulled the animated one through? Weird. Okay.
And maybe have I got like the wrong one?
You should have, unless you've had to remove it and put it back in at some point in your character sheet, because I have to go through and set it in.
I don't think
okay.
I have. So it's... well... Did it prompt a dexterity?
No, if you click damage, it should force it as part of it.
Huzzah!
it looks absolutely terrible. It's starting to like actively melt. Just like it's like whole shoulder and what was its mane and the icicles are just like slaking off it onto the floor.
So Eric was next to me. He was one over to the left. Yes.
Okay. Anything else from you?
No, I think that's my move. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. The bear with a terrible roar is going to, as a last-ditch attempt to get away, do the light show to all around it. Please roll your saves. So,
have we taken damage from that already?
Yeah, well, it has an amount of damage, and then based on your throw, it knows what to do to you.
Okay.
The Panthers both die.
Oh, but they saved!
Fade away. I know. Esmeralda falls to the floor.
Has she died?
And hits the snow hard.
Oh, man, I hate that we can't see her health.
Not snapped to the grid for some reason. Sir Eric, not looking great. Sorry, Sir Eric, absolutely fucking fine. Bartandalis and Halvor both stunned. Does being stunned doesn't stop you concentrating, does it? Don't know those things that sounds like it should, but mechanically, in D&D, I don't think it does.
Yeah, I'm still aware of everything, so I think.
Yeah. If anything, if you can't move, you can concentrate even harder.
Hold on, wait.
Just too shocked to actually do anything.
Why wait?
Incapacitated.
Yeah, I'm incapacitated. That's what I'm checking. Incapacitated might make me lose concentration.
Can't take actions or reactions, is all it says.
Well, as it then attempts to flee, let's see if Sir Eric's attack of opportunity hits it.
Yes, incapacitated stops.
Okay. Sir Eric cuts it down as it attempts to flee. So it blasts off this light show, stunning everybody, Thanos and the last couple of Panthers, dropping Ez to the floor, snuffing out the flaming sphere. It's a fantastic chance to get away, but as it turns, Sir Eric just leaps forward with his sword in both hands, seeing Esmeralda go down, and is just like, "Down with you, foul creature!" And just drives the sword with two hands into like its back as it goes, and he just drives it down. Oh. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Only because I closed voice mod by accident, and I thought that's like my input device, so I thought I just like hard muted myself. It drives the sword down through it and basically pushes it into the snow a bit. And it, again, rapidly begins to melt.
Nice.
That brings us to the end of active initiative as Ez lies face down in the snow.
That was a nice, speedy and eventful combat. It was quite good.
Oh yeah. 6 seconds later, Halvor is like, "Oh, I should move."
Yeah, I need to see whether I can move or not. Esmeralda needs to make a death saving throw, I guess, while we're trying to
She does. She does. That's a good point. Whoa! That one.
Oh, and I've rolled another one. Can anybody heal her? Do we have any healing stuff?
I've got a healer's kit on me.
That will sustain.
Make a medicine check. That'll stabilize her.
Should I stabilize? Should I use that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you fail, she has to make another death saving throw.
So she got killed. I got paralyzed. So she's made one.
So, which was a nat 1, so it's 2 fails.
2 fails. I've failed my saving throw, so she's gonna make
hers first.
But then I'm only unstunned and I can't do anything until my next turn.
So it might be
she's going to make 2 before I can even get to her. Halvor's not has he put his Estus flask in a fire?
I don't think he did last night. To be fair, that's a 21. So I think that means that she stabilises her.
Yes.
that could have been a very actual locked out. I think you had Revivify, didn't you?
No, I've not got it.
Oh, do you know?
No, because I can't change my spells.
Oh, I thought that's one that you had.
No, that's one of the ones I don't have locked in. I've got a spell. So I've got the spell scroll. So I can do Revivify once, but am I using it on an NPC or one of the players?
Okay, well, Cora, with your medical background, tell me how you use this healer's kit to stabilize the magically burned and seared, rapidly slipping away Esmeralda before we finish.
Sakura is not really much of a medic, but she knows she's got this kit in her bag. She runs over, sprints over to Ez and kneels down in the snow next to her instead of a skidding fashion, opens up the healer's kit, and there's all these loads of different potions in front of her, and she literally just closes her eyes, does an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, grabs one and gives it to her, crosses her fingers, and pours it into Ez's mouth, and just sees her ragged breathing suddenly become a little bit more sort of stable and more regular, and she breathes a sigh of relief. That's it. Dramatic, but, you know.
She doesn't come conscious or anything. She's still out.
She can breathe like a relatively normal human.
She seems to be, yeah. And as she is there, out of it, in the snow, that's where we will leave things. We will pick up here, still in this situation, next session.
Am I still frozen?
I guess you are.
Okay.
Make me another save. It's gonna be Babylon Saga all over again. Out of combat, we just keep failing rolls. Halvor, you broke out yours.
Does it have a duration? Yeah.
Until they stop.
Forever, until they save.
Until they save.
I mean, there comes an actual point where you're going to save, so you can just...
Yeah. There we go, like that one.
That one. That's what I needed.
Oof.
I thought it was a fun session.
Yeah. That'd been the strangest way to lose Esmeralda.
Oh, man, the first natty one. The first thing is, though, when she went down, you kind of always got, we've got three rounds to get to her. So she'd have failed the first one. We wouldn't have been like, oh, quick. And then if like the one would have come up on the second one, like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, a good fun session. A lot of talking. A lot of light-hearted stuff.
Yeah.
Bit of unusual, uncommon brevity. I know we take the piss, but I like the frost mole.
Yeah.
And we will pick
up. I
up
the combat as well. The combat was like bam, you know. It just got in there, and it was fun. I liked it.
Good. I'm glad. We will pick up next week. Say goodbye to our. We still have 6 viewers for an extra late session.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Several of which I don't recognise at all. I think we have actually new people. I don't recognise several of these. Droop Dog, I don't know. Electric Longboard, Extra More, Idalara, Nuclear Pigeons, guys. Bing Cortana, I suspect maybe a bot. Yeah, thank you for watching, old people and new people. And we will see you all next week, hopefully.
In the meantime, check out the Mad Cartographer on Patreon.
But before you do that, click follow on me. All these new people, and no one's clicked follow, I noticed. We've not had any blibbing.
You have to give it the hard sell at the end. Hit that like and subscribe.
I will never say that. I will never say that shite. But
well.
Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to click end stream now.
Laters all.
See you all next week. No, it was not. I can't remember who it was brought by. But yeah.
Good map though.
Oh, someone's just followed. There we go. The guilt trip worked. Catch you. Oh, they're flowing in now by the dozen. By the Oh, dozens
There's
of them.
5 of them.
What's 1/12 of a dozen? Because that's how many follows we just got. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.